Pasadena, Angeles, Orange County. This is the World Famous KROQ.
Oh, hell yeah, here we go. Earlier than expected. Good morning. Welcome to KROQ. It is Thursday. The Prequent is here. We are Klein Alley's show. We got lots to get into this morning right here on the World Famous KROQ. Some stuff that we will probably regret like usual. Some stuff you'll enjoy. Other things you may not like. But the good news is the interaction can start immediately at 800-520-1067.
And some things we're going to do that we feel proud of, but we should regret.
Yes. And if you don't believe what we're talking about, you can go ahead and check us out right now on YouTube and see
the regret.
The aftermath that sits upon my head. And yesterday was one of those days where, you know, I was believing all of the comments that people were sending through Instagram saying, you know what, Klein? You don't look as bad as I thought you'd look with bleached tips. I'm actually disappointed. I thought you'd look more ridiculous. And I started to even buy into it a little bit until I got home and then did the big reveal to my wife and my kids. And then I realized just how stupid I really do look. So we'll get into that a little bit later this morning.
Or your family's just mean, dude.
I don't know. No, I don't think it's mean because I think that, well, yes, mean is part of it. Right, when you put it that way. But the reality is, and I think, Omar, you heard some of their reaction this morning.
I heard a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like, you know, people say if someone really loves you, they'll tell you the truth.
Right.
As opposed to a friend that would be like, oh, yeah, you know
Dude,
what?
but we would tell you the truth. And
no, you wouldn't.
Yeah, we would.
What are you talking about? We wouldn't.
I think that you would try to make me look as foolish as possible and then convince me why it's not so stupid, so I keep doing more and more things to look even dumber.
We were convincing you by the end of the day to do it again because then it was going to be even lighter.
Yeah, Allie tried to convince me after the show today to stop on the way home at CVS, pick up another box of bleach, and go home and bleach it even more. And
yeah.
I was like,
where I left off yesterday with you, you were very concerned that it wasn't yellow enough, that it was too orangey. So you personally had concerns.
My concerns are that I look like a ginger, and I don't want to look like a ginger. Ginger is the worst thing you could possibly be, and I know that I can say that now because the sun's coming out, so they're all scurrying in closets. No one's hearing me, but that's
a valid concern.
Yeah, way worse than looking like Sugar Ray or Guy Fieri. Looking like a ginger.
Now I can't unsee the ginger.
Wait, can I say something? The first thought that came into my mind this morning was that you look like the guy from Lack of an Irish on Disney Channel. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Luck of the Irish on the
Disney Channel?
No.
How
are you 12?
That you are not a child?
Okay,
right.
This is from back in the day when I would watch the show.
Back in the day, 2 weeks ago.
No.
Even I know that reference, and I'm younger than her.
Exactly. It's an old reference
Vanessa.
for older people like me.
Vanessa.
Okay, anyways.
Vanessa,
man.
you're such a child. It's unbelievable. I'm telling you.
Irish man, what an insult.
We have...
I'm just saying you look Irish.
All right, fair enough. So great, so wonderful. So now we all have now I look like whoever.
The cover of Mad Magazine.
All right, thank you. Great. All
That's
right,
an even older reference.
let's go. Let's keep going back, guys.
All
Come
right,
on.
well, shower.
Yeah, I look like Charlie Chaplin. Nah. All right, we got to take a break. No, we don't. Damn it. All right, let's play a song.
We have to take a break. We've been on for like...
Thought we could take a break already. All right, let's give you this, and then we will. I don't even want to start.
What
this.
are you like now that you've had a chance to sleep on it? Literally, what are your feelings as far as after the polar plunge? Are you going to just let it grow out naturally, or are you wanting to shave your head and get rid of it?
Option B.
Really?
Come on, little orphan Annie.
All right. Thank you. Hey, Manny, you're on KROQ. Good morning.
Good morning. Got a question for Monster Face. Are you going to do a whole show as F and Kevin or what?
I haven't decided yet because I don't really think I fully brought on my F and Kevin persona. I know people want the F and Kevin. I heard a lot.
It's because it's the red hair. That's why.
Yeah, F and Kevin didn't have red hair. F and Kevin had bleached blonde tips, and this is red.
So what's your witty name for red-haired Klein here?
Oh, man.
I don't have.
Hey,
Ginger
I've been
Kevin.
Kevin on KROQ, and you're listening to Klein and Alley Show.
All right.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, thank
No
you.
biggie, Todd.
Let me talk to the one person here that still has some respect for me. This is Blind Charlie. He hasn't seen any of this. Hi, Blind Charlie. What's up?
Cool.
Hey, how you guys doing today?
What's up, dude?
Well, I had an inspo, as your wife likes to call it. What is your current donation for the Special Olympics at?
I think we're at 2,000 something.
Yeah,
I don't
2,000
know.
something.
2,000 something. We know north of 2,000.
Well, I think this will get the Omar seal of approval.
Is that a seal joke? Because he makes that noise.
Exactamundo. But if the KROQ listeners get the donations up to $2,500, I will match that for a
Whoa.
grand total of $5,000, which would
Yes.
then invoke Pierce Nips.
No
Here comes the nip.
way. Blind Charlie. I love that Klein answered this and was like, this guy's in my corner. He's the only guy who doesn't know what your hair looks like. And he wants to make sure. Can't even see the pierced nipples, but he just wants to know
Blind
that
Charlie,
they're there.
Blind Charlie, don't you need a lot of money to buy yourself
Well, you know, you're handicapped.
ramps and sticks and stuff? Come on, dude.
This is
Well, it's going to a good cause.
It
And
is.
it's the best bang for the buck. And not only would it invoke that, but then I'm pretty sure that would be the biggest donation, which would allow me to choose what you wear for the polar plunge as
Okay.
well.
What do you care?
He gets to flick your nipple right.
Wait. Blind
Whenever he
Charlie,
wants.
you're blind. What do you care what I wear to jump in the lake? You can't even see it.
Because it's for Grow the Show. It's
Okay.
all about the funny.
It's
And I know
true.
later we're going to decide what you're going to do while you're in the lake. So now that you look like Ed Sheeran, I think you got to sing "Shape of You."
That's my biggest fear.
Right, McKevin?
Is that I look like Ed Sheeran. Wonderful.
You
All right.
will never look like
All
Ed
right.
Sheeran. Okay.
Blind Charlie, I wish I had not taken your call this morning. Thank you.
Blind Charlie, thank you so much. That is incredibly generous of you. So by the end of today, if we're able to get to $2,500, which is not that hard to do, you will match it to give a grand total of $5,000, correct?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
He did get the seal of approval.
And
All
what
right.
would you have
There it
Klein wear if you get the
It's too much. It's too much. And I can't, by the way, Allie, can I just stop this for a second? This is getting out of control now. And it's 6:06 in the effing morning.
And we haven't taken our break.
Can I say something? I had to go home. You'll hear the audio later.
Go ahead, Danny Bonaducci.
I had to go.
Charlie's just laughing at you all.
All right. Listen, I had to go home yesterday and take my hat off and show my wife this hair. And she gave me, and you'll hear the audio later, but she gave me a look in her face that was like, when are you going to just grow the F up and cut this? All right.
That'll get her in
All right.
bed.
Can we please have a break or something? We gotta play a
I
song.
would diffuse the selection of what he's wearing to Omar. Because I don't really want to out-trump
shut
that
up.
other guy that
Shut up.
donated a hundo.
God damn it.
And
Mike,
did the banana hammock.
I wish,
But,
wish
you know.
Blind Charlie was Deaf Charlie.
He would
All
get
right.
the chance to choose and just choose the same thing.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Blind Charlie. Your donation is great. We got to take a break. No, we don't. We're going to play a song. We'll continue with this nonsense next. Klein Alley Show. Well, at least I don't look like Ed Sheeran, according to 323, because Klein looks like dried up broccoli. That's that's the look I was going for. We got, Jesus Christ. Mike, you're on KROQ. Good morning, Mike.
Hey, Klein and Alley, this is Mike from North Carolina. I grew up on the show back in the day. So,
Cool.
hey, I just heard Blind Charlie's going to do a match.
And
Yeah, you're out of state. Doesn't count.
what? That's
Out
not
of state.
true.
No. Hey. I grew up on Richard Blade, so it does count.
All right. What a story.
Right, so, we're going to do a match. We're going to see some nipple-age.
Okay.
What is it going to take, though?
It doesn't matter because
Hold
you're
on,
out
I'll
of
tell
state.
you.
You're out of state, dude. Please, what do you care? You're thousands of miles away.
Why are you getting so mad at him?
Leave my nipples alone.
This is your Irish blood, isn't it?
No, you little redhead. Hey, I listen to you guys every day.
All right, thank you.
I listen to Megan in the afternoon.
Great.
I listen to Nick in the afternoon as well. So, and I even gave records to Nick's friends for the fire. So I think I qualify.
Well, to answer your question, we need exactly $420 to reach the $2,500 mark.
And how do I get that to you?
It's our link in bio at the Klein Alley Show Instagram page at Klein Alley Show. So that's how you can make a donation.
You don't.
Let's book somebody to pierce Klein's nipple, please. We're going to do that live on the air on Friday.
Well, I want to know how much for the dong. How much for a dong?
All right, relax.
The Special Olympics this year are going to be wild.
Yeah, they're
going to have so much money.
Thank you, Mike, for listening to the show. That's now you guys are being. I mean, we'll get.
I can tell you're getting really upset. You don't know what to do with yourself.
Yeah,
Dude,
I'm not happy.
you're the one that says these things on the air, man.
Yeah,
Great.
you said it.
Great. So I get to be a part of raising a lot of money for the Special Olympics. Super. Very happy.
It is super. You should be happy.
We'll get into this audio later in the show, but here's just one of the moments that my wife saw my hair for the first time yesterday, and just imagine me having to do this again now with a pierced nipple in a few days. Okay.
Love you.
Oh my God.
What?
What do you mean, what?
Okay.
What do you want?
Now she's got to accept the fact that she's married to a ginger.
That is shock and disgust.
That is pure disgust. I mean, this voice right here.
What do you mean, what?
The idea that I got to go home again in a week or whatever and take my shirt off and she's going to see a giant door knocker hanging from my nipple.
And we get to knock it.
And I get to once again say, what? She goes, what do you mean, what again?
I want to knock it and say, open your heart.
You guys are really Jake, a little less from you today. I don't know what's going on over there. You're throwing in a lot of barbs.
Okay, Ralph Mouth, you shush.
Jake's all upset because he ripped his fat pants this morning.
Yeah.
And he's in a
He's
bad
all
mood.
good news, bad news. The bad news is I ripped my fat pants. And
So-
we're like, how is this bad news?
It's a lot to keep up with.
Only pair.
We got to take, this time we really do have to take a break. I thank you for all of your generous donations.
Yes.
I hope Blind Charlie gets hit by a truck today before he can donate.
Oh, my God. Klein, you're wishing death upon not only one of our most dedicated
I know.
listeners, a person with a special need.
I don't want him to die, just to be in a coma until after the polar plunge happens.
And then you'll be fine.
All right, we got to take a break. If you want $100 of Allie's money, easy. Call now, 800-520-1067. We got 5 questions about the news. More with Allie and this ginger right here next on KROQ.
Welcome to the show! Every hour from 9 to 6, step up to the plate for a KROQ Grand Slam. Knock it out of the park and score a pair of tickets for Magic Mountain and Knott's Berry Farm. There's the pitch. Hit a home run and instantly get your name on the draft list for a chance to get a Grand Slam. A 4-pack of 2025 gold passes with an all-parks passport. A Major League victory, giving you unlimited visits all season long to all Six Flags parks. Keep listening to win.
Welcome back to Major League Baseball. Sort of.
KROQ. Not a winner? Score the most thrilling deals on tickets and passes when you visit SixFlags.com or Knotts.com today.
Hey, anyone know how to play this thing?
Subaru, a lot.
All right, whenever you're ready to show the YouTubers, and if you're just listening to this now, I'm sure there's plenty of pictures and footage going up on our Instagram. This is now the new Frosted Tips Klein.
Oh.
Kevin's back.
Wow.
What do you think?
Klein,
Oh, Jesus. Here's the Sugar Ray.
this looks good. I'm telling you. Ooh.
It's all on the line. If you'd like to join us for a little Allie Knows the News on a Thursday morning, now would be a great time to get on the phones at KROQ 800-520-1067. Have you been paying any attention to what's going on in the world? Let's put you to the test, and we pay the people next on KROQ. Thanks for hanging out on KROQ. What a way to start the prequin. I'm Klein. That's Allie. You can join the show lots of ways. Call, listen, watch on YouTube as we speak. You can see what the big this morning. You did not know. That's the thing about the show. You never know what you're going to expect. Thought I was getting bleached tips to look like Sugar Ray, and instead I look like a Temu version of Justin Timberlake. Which is not what I was,
gonna be May. That's gonna be your meme from now
what
on.
I was looking for. Anyway, let's get to the game now. 5 questions. Let's see how you do. If you've been paying attention to what's been going on in the world, Allie's here to battle you to hold on to her own money. This is Corey in Simi Valley. Good morning, Corey.
Good morning.
Hopefully you're up for the challenge. Hopefully you've been paying a little attention to the news. Allie's going to sequester herself outside of the KROQ studios. Allie's wearing all black today, long sleeves. She went from no sleeves to long sleeves. She looks like she's moving scenery in a play. There she goes. She's sneaking out of the studios, hiding in the shadows. Your round will begin with question number 1. Here we go.
Allie knows the news.
This SoCal venue has just reached an agreement to host Olympic soccer. When the Olympics come to Los Angeles, there'll be a soccer event happening at which SoCal venue?
Oh, gosh. The Rose Bowl?
Question 2. The cast for this upcoming Marvel movie has been revealed. What is the name of the upcoming Marvel movie?
It's the Avengers Doomsday.
Question 3. This school is saying that White Lotus went too far with references to their university, and they're not happy.
Oh, I watched that show. I don't know.
Not a guess.
USC.
Go to question number 4. Kendrick Lamar and his halftime show officially received 152 complaints. To who? Who got complained to 152 times about that halftime show that happened back in February?
Wait, with Serena Williams?
No, the Kendrick... Yeah, well, she was a part of it, yeah. But the Kendrick Lamar halftime show received a total of 152 complaints. But where did those complaints go?
Oh, the FCC.
And finally, the Dodgers have a home opener for a brand new season. It's happening today. Which team will they be playing?
Oh, jeez. The Detroit Tigers.
All right, let's bring Allie in. You did good. Very proud of you. Hopefully we pay the people. Nothing makes me happier than giving Allie's money away to people just like you. And up till now, we've given a lot of her money to people just for calling in and knowing the news. And she's back in the studio now, but you wouldn't know because she snuck in here like a stagehand.
I just built this set behind me.
Yeah,
Backdrop.
Did you not get a glimpse of yourself this morning and realize that you look like you're moving scenery in a play? You got to see this
I wear
outfit.
all black all the time.
No, this is like that long sleeve long. I mean, it's longs. You look like you're trying to hide. You got to get a picture of this.
I'm not wearing a black beanie.
Start photoshopping Allie. Would you rob a bank on the way in? Jesus Christ. All right, we go to question number 1. We'll score it together. You're battling Corey. Question 1, Allie. This venue has just reached an agreement to host Olympic soccer. SoFi. Well, she said Rose Bowl. One of you was right, one of you was wrong, and Allie is off to a bad start because the correct answer is the Rose Bowl has just agreed. Agreements have been made, and Olympic soccer will be happening at Rose Bowl, Pasadena. Allie is down 1-0. We go to question 2. The cast for this upcoming Marvel movie has just been revealed. What is the Marvel movie? The cast is now out.
Avengers. It's an Avengers movie.
Yep, need the name of it.
You need the name?
She got the name.
Avengers Start Game.
Terrible guess. She got it right. Avengers Doomsday, and she got it, so now she's up 2-0.
Oh,
Corey's
no.
up 2-0. I don't think Allie could even come back at this point, but
Really?
here we go. Question 3. This school is saying that White Lotus went too far with references to their university.
Duke.
That is the correct answer. She did not get that one. That guy loves the fact that he went to Duke, and he's wearing those Duke shirts in every scene. Allie has gotten closer now, 2-1, but she's still behind. We go to question 4. Kendrick Lamar received a total of 152 complaints about his halftime show, but who did those complaints go to?
Oh, to the FCC.
All right, she got that as well, and that is the correct answer. So now it all goes to this final question, and Allie is down 1, so she needs a couple things to happen here, or she pays the people. You need Corey to get this wrong. You need to get it right. You would tie it up, and in that case, ties do go to the house. Final question. Dodgers home opener is today.
Yep.
Against which team?
The Detroit Tigers.
Woo!
That is the correct answer.
Why is she cheering?
Because she also said the Detroit Tigers. Final score. You beat Allie by 1. Corey, congratulations.
Yay!
You get paid. And Allie, what must you shamefully admit now?
Man, I am Allie, and Corey knows the news. Definitely. Good job.
Corey, well
Thank
played.
you.
Genius. I knew.
Also, I'm a redhead, so I did a double win this morning.
Double win, huh? Are you going to officially welcome me to your community?
Am I what?
Are you going to welcome me to your community now that I look like I'm a ginger as well?
Oh, no, sorry, you're not allowed.
Oh, okay, great. Even the gingers are not allowed.
It's a very
in the community.
exclusive club.
Man. All right, well, congratulations, Ginger Corey, and take your $100 proudly. See that?
Spend it on sunscreen.
Making winners already this morning on KROQ.
Man.
KROQ, Klein Alley Show. It's opening day here at Los Angeles for Dodgers baseball, and we're going to make you the winner. Grand Slam coming up later this morning for you. Tickets to not one but 2 theme parks in Southern California. Go to Magic Mountain and Knott's Berry Farm. And you don't have to have any athletic ability to hit a Grand Slam here at KROQ. You'll just have a chance to win, and that'll be happening at 9 o'clock and then every hour thereafter all day long.
Klein, as an avid gambler, I wonder if you would support this new tradition that Katie has put upon my child. Every Wednesday, she takes him to get donuts before she drops him off at school.
Love that.
Now,
gambling with his health. Smart.
Well, yes, already gambling with diabetes right out of the bout. Now, right next to the register, there are scratchers at the donut shop. And
you have a donut shop with scratchers?
apparently,
must
I've
be
never
like
been to this
heaven.
donut shop, but apparently it's a good one, and they have, all these different selections, good quality donuts, and they have scratchers. And so, of course, because they're big and colorful, my kid always asks for a scratcher. Finally, a few weeks ago, my wife gave in and said, all right, you can pick any one you want. And, of course, he picks the most expensive scratcher.
It's the brightest, shiniest, biggest one.
Right.
And by the way, I don't know how long it's been since you played scratchers, but you could easily spend $20 on a scratcher, no problem. I
Yes.
think I saw a $50 one the other day.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Jake's in a lot of liquor stores, so he knows.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but I mean, they the concept of they still have some one little sad $1 one, but it does look really sad compared to all the big ones.
I definitely have gotten the dollar ones
Yeah.
they're like so tiny too.
They're small, and they also brag about you could win up to $500,
Yeah.
and you're like, but the big one over there says I can win $1 million a month for life. So of
Yeah.
course you instantly go psychologically,
So-
I got to play the good one.
She helps him scratch off the first scratcher. He lost, and
He doesn't know though; he's 2 or something.
well, yeah. She goes, "Oh, we didn't win anything," and he goes, "Oh, but all he wants to do is walk around with a piece of paper. He just thinks it's pretty." So
Right.
now every week for the past few weeks, they've been getting these scratchers.
I'm surprised you don't make them fish one of those loser tickets out of the trash can next to the check your ticket machine and just give them that thing.
Well, if I was running the show, that's what we would be doing. We wouldn't have been spending any money on these scratchers.
Because they kind of look the same. They're just already scratched.
Guess what's also bright? Construction paper,
right,
which I have at home. Anyway, so he chooses yesterday a $5 scratcher, and it's one of those crossword ones.
Oh, it's the worst scratcher.
I know, but that's what he chose, so they start scratching it off, and it is one of the most confusing ones.
I don't even play that. When someone I never buy that one, but when someone gives me one of those ones, or when I come across it, or they accidentally rip the wrong one, because sometimes I'll tell them, give me number 16, they accidentally give me the crossword one, and I don't give it back because I assume if I give it back, that's my $1 million I just gave away. So I always
You're
end
like,
up
that's the one I was meant
but
to
that
have.
one, I won't even scratch the stupid game.
It's not.
I just go right to the barcode, scratch that, and check it.
Because you can't spell.
I can't spell. I think I've been fooled by that one before. I'm like, I think I won. They're like, that's not how you spell car,
I'm a
sir.
loser.
Yeah.
So then she scratches it off, and she realized that they've won. So she tells me about it when I get home. She goes, we won finally on a scratcher. I said, that's great. How much did you win? And she says, $10. And I was like, oh, well, how much was the scratcher? She says, $5. I said, okay, so you won $5. And she goes, yeah, but I also won a free ticket. And I was like, okay, so what happened? You brought it up there and they gave you $5 and a free ticket? She goes, no. The ticket was free and they gave me the $5. And I was like, Katie, you already spent the $5 on the ticket.
Right.
And she goes, right. And I'm like, so they should have given you $5 and another ticket. And she goes, no. That ticket ended up being free. I'm like, Katie.
This is girl math.
You're not understanding me. And she's like, but I gave it to them and they scanned it. I'm like, I know, but they need to give you $5 plus a ticket. That's what you won. And she goes, but I already got the ticket. I'm like, Katie,
you bought
what
that
is
one.
going
She
on
did
here?
and this is the problem in general is that when that quote girl math, which I know is a sexist term, but it's so true. That's what she did right there. She
didn't understand.
Right.
She just, in her mind, now that ticket was free.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
But it wasn't because she already paid for the ticket.
And the donuts.
Right.
So she left there down.
She left there, yes, down. And then she goes, but they did give me the $5. I was like, so they gave you your money back for your ticket.
Mm-hmm.
So you literally won nothing.
Yeah, but hey, broke even. That's a win.
I know, but she's trying to convince me that she's won $10. You understand?
You really are good at sucking the fun out of her life because in her mind, she came back with this great story. She thought she took her kid out, got a donut, got a scratcher.
Her story was, we finally won on a scratcher.
We won, and then you had to bring her back down to reality that you didn't really win at all. You just basically got what you started with.
No, in fact, the liquor store / donut shop screwed her because they didn't give her an extra ticket.
Or maybe she didn't know how to read it. Because I assume if they scanned it, they probably did the right thing, and she probably didn't understand what it was.
So you don't even think she won an extra ticket?
No, I don't. I think...
So she broke even on a scratcher, and now am I teaching my kid bad values by doing this on a regular basis? Because now she's set up a tradition, and I know that you had that with your dad, right?
This is the reason I think I have a gambling problem, borderline addiction, if not past that point, is because whenever I was growing up, and I could tell, like my mom would call my dad and say, Kevin's home, he's sick or something. That was his move. He would just stop at a 7-Eleven or whatever and bring me home a scratcher. And I didn't know what it meant. I just knew I had a chance to be rich. And when you're young, too, even if the top price is $50, you're like, this is the most amount of money in the world.
That would be like $1 million to a kid.
So I remember a few of the times when they would be winners, even if they were only, you won $5. It was such a celebratory moment that I feel like if I went to therapy, they would probably break that down and be like, you probably felt that you bonded with your dad through scratching a ticket and you guys were high-five. So I think that, and then I've been chasing that rush ever since. But you'll never hit that rush again because to win $5 from a scratcher when you're 3 or whatever is a rush you'll never experience. That's the equivalent of winning probably $50 million as an adult.
Right. So he's going to be chasing the rush of a win and chasing the sugar rush as well because of the dependency on the donuts.
Yeah, she's messing him up good.
Okay.
She's double messing him up, which is great for you. Because
and that's worth more than a free ticket.
That's right. It's a life lesson right there. End of beginning. What a fitting song in KROQ. KROQ, we are a Klein Alley show. Thanks for hanging out and starting your day with us. We're around for the live interaction at 800-520-1067. Lots to give you this morning on the show. More tickets for you to go. Papa Roach Rise Against Kia Forum happening this Friday. That's a tomorrow night show, so I don't know what your plans are, but we'll give you an opportunity to cancel them and come up with something better. Send you to the forum for Papa Roach Rise Against. Also, Ricky Gervais, Hollywood Bowl. If you want comedy in your future, we'll do that. And as we mentioned, as we welcome the Dodgers back home, I think they're doing the ring ceremony. Everything's happening today.
It's
Very
all
exciting.
today. They're letting people in, I think, a few hours beforehand because of all the pregame activities.
I actually think that at some point this morning, if you remember, we haven't heard from this guy since the end of last season. I think he's an accidental good luck charm for the Dodgers. Roger, the Dodger hater that hates the Dodgers, but somehow listens and calls our show, usually to say terrible things about the Dodgers. If you remember, most of last postseason, he was, Dodgers are going to blow it this round. Can't wait till they lose. It was a lot of that talk.
They choke in the playoffs like always.
And then, of course, as they ended up winning the World Series, the guy just went, ghosted, went silent. We called him back a ton of times, wouldn't answer our calls. We wanted to rub it in his face. I think today, because it's opening home game of the season, I think we're going to talk to Roger, the Dodger hater, and he will allow fans, actual Dodgers fans, to give it to him. Because really, he did say many times, if the Dodgers end up winning, I may disappear, but
then you have to reappear when a new season starts because it's a clean slate. And I do think people miss the opportunity to actually bitch him out.
So we'll have that guy on at some point later this morning. Jake has been putting together his menu for his last supper because, as you know, he's going to start the weight loss drug. So he's put together his personalized menu. And are we doing that feast tomorrow?
I think tomorrow, yeah.
Oh, tomorrow's feasting day.
You can either do it tomorrow or we can do it Monday right before he takes the shot.
Well, I think we should do it. I mean, if we can get all the food together, we should do it tomorrow because if he's already ripped through his fat pants, I mean, he's running out of
time is running.
Yeah,
it was such a bummer.
Time's ticking. He had one pair of pants left that were quote his fat pants, and then this morning I guess he bent over and they tore.
And I noticed, because I don't really notice Jake's pants really, but they are already huge.
They're massive.
Not that big.
They're
big. Very. I thought you were on trend with the baggy pant look, but apparently
I thought you were wearing Johnny's clothes again.
God damn it.
Yeah, Jake Lee, that's that final scene in the movie Big. But for whatever reason, those pants, he says those are like his only pants he can fit into anymore now. He's down to one pair of pants, which is like sad, but I think that means it's time for the shot.
He's going to have to wear boxers all weekend.
So Jake's getting ready for the shot. He's going to lose a ton of weight, I'm sure, but in the meantime, we got a final supper, and he's been putting together the menu, so we'll unveil that later this morning as well. And then, of course, there's this on the goat line.
Hey, you guys, I completely lost it when Jake told Allie, "Shut up, libtard." I don't know. You guys just keep getting funnier and funnier every day, dude. I don't know. I've been a long time listener too, and you guys are getting good. You guys are freaking hilarious. I freaking love you guys. All right, big David.
Got to put in the time. Eventually, it'll start making sense. Yeah, Allie did use some very questionable verbiage on the show yesterday. And
Get up, snowflake libtard.
Yeah, Allie's losing it. She's gone full right wing. And this is what
Hey, it's what's in right now. I just want to be trendy.
If anyone...
and today she's dressed as a member of the Black Panthers.
Yeah, I know. She sure is. You don't know what side she's on.
I don't know what I'm doing. I just want to fit in.
She's really flip-flopping. It's unbelievable.
I know, but we need to find a way to get the postage money in this.
There's Jake calling her a libtard. See, now that word's getting thrown around everywhere. But Jake,
it is getting thrown around everywhere, which is why I mentioned.
But Allie, you are, and by the way, if anyone calls today and you have a different point of view from Allie, just be aware she may...
Shut up, snowflake libtard!
She may yell at you. Just letting you know. It could happen. Got to take a break. We'll be back in a second. Get to your ADD news. Brand new hour of the show can officially begin. If you're not watching, it's a visually pleasing show today based on all the wonderfully mean insults that are coming through all over the place as a result of my new and improved ginger hairstyle.
And we're raising money.
Stop with the money. We're getting close enough. I don't want to pierce the nipples.
Dude, I'm serious. We've only got a few $100s left till we reach $2,500.
That's fine. That's fine. We'll take a quick break. Stop the donations. Special Olympics is fine. I've seen it. They got a lot of money. Be right back. We got more show next.
Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
106.7 FM. KROQ. When it comes
KROQ, we are a Klein Alley Show. Warning, this next thing we're going to listen to is rather disturbing. Even more disturbing than the conversation we just got into with people that found out that their family was riddled with incest and Hitlers. This is Jake approaching people in the streets yesterday. An unexpected heat wave that blanketed the Southland, and temperatures got as hot as almost 100 in the valley. And even though Omar says that we are
You're right on that, man.
It felt like almost 100 in the valley.
Okay.
And there was a time when I had to put the windows down temporarily just to get some fresh air.
Oh, wow.
Jake went up to people to see if they were prepared by asking if he could sniff their pits, something that we call pit stops here at KROQ. And here he is with his own introduction he put together for the segment.
Hey, it's Jake, and I'm on the streets of Los Angeles during the hottest day of the year, during the hottest time of the day, to see if people are willing to take a KROQ pit stop. Yeah, pit stop. Pit stop. Pit stop. Yeah, pit stop.
So cool.
So here he is approaching people and seeing if they were prepared by making sure they had on the right amount of deodorant for the heat we experienced yesterday.
What's your name?
Sage.
Sage from where?
Sage from Los Angeles.
Sage, how did you prepare for the first heat wave of 2025?
Oh, not well. by having in-home air conditioning and on a hope and a prayer.
What's your favorite hot activity to do?
Swimming in the ocean.
Finally, Can I sniff your pits?
What a transition.
Those first two questions were just to lead to this one.
That is something. That is
It's all about the foreplay.
How attractive is this woman?
She's pretty attractive.
She sounds attractive.
Yeah, it's like swimming in the ocean.
I mean, if you're going to go up to, do the pit stop, I mean, I would only approach attractive women.
Well, let me tell you, this takes a weird turn before we get to the fourth person. Oh, watch out.
Oh. Finally, can I sniff your pits?
No.
Oh, no.
That took a turn.
She wants no part of that.
No, you sad man.
Neither of us would enjoy that.
You're right. This has been a pit stop on KROQ.
Pit stop. There we go.
No! You're making them do it?
Oh, that's great.
That's amazing.
All right, moving on. Jake goes up to the first sweaty guy.
That's the sound of her car getting away from him as soon as possible.
Actually, that's a real car leaving Jake. Here's the first sweaty guy Jake found.
What's your name?
My name is Hiram.
Hiram from where?
City Terrace.
Hiram, how'd you prepare for the first heat wave of 2025?
I drink a lot of beer and stay cool.
What's your favorite hot activity to do?
I would say just chill at the beach.
Finally, can I sniff your pits?
Nah, bro, that's cool.
Thank you for saying that. This has been a pit stop on KROQ.
All right, cool. KROQ. Islos.
Pit stop.
Pit stop.
All right, so he got a couple of. He didn't do the rear in that time. Now, Jake did
I think
not.
he's about to get punched.
Jake did not only get nosed, though. People started turning around, appreciating the service we're providing to make sure that nothing worse than being with someone that's got some rank BO because they forgot the deodorant up on a hot day. So Jake, once again, finally found some takers.
What's your name?
Trisha.
Trisha, how did you prepare for the first heat wave of 2025?
I was not prepared. I was zero prepared.
That's why we're doing the pit stop, to make sure people are prepared for the next one, because all of a sudden, one of those days, you forget deodorant, you hope it's not a day where temps are getting close to 100.
I thought it was going to be cold. No fans, no heating, cooling towels, nothing. Not prepared. Now I am.
What's your favorite hot activity to do?
My favorite hot activity to do in a heat wave? Yoga? I would say yoga, yeah.
Finally, can I sniff your pits?
You asked the same two preliminary questions to everybody, Jake?
Yeah. He wants to make them feel comfortable before he...
This went well the first 6 times.
Right.
I guess that.
So then, of course, immediately as soon as she talks about yoga and feeling relaxed, he goes with this.
Can I sniff your pits?
Sure.
Wow.
Okay.
What are my pits?
Your armpits.
Really?
Yeah.
Stop.
She
Is she getting out the mace now?
She
or?
gave him permission and then realized, what are pits?
What are pits?
Your
How do you not-
armpits. Oh, God.
What they're asking me to do. This is my job.
Okay. How much do you get paid?
Not enough.
How am I?
It's decent.
Am I good?
Yeah, it's decent.
Yeah.
That's been a pit stop on KROQ.
Oh.
Thank you.
Strange reaction.
You think when she gets home, she's like, hey,
How was your day?
Yeah.
I got a pit stop on KROQ. What is that? Well, a guy wanted to sniff my pits. Now, we only have time for one more. I mean, there's a few more he's done here. I feel bad not airing all of them because Jake went through the trouble. But I do want to give you this woman, Joyce, because let me tell you.
Joyce's choice.
She's got a story, and this is the final Pit stop, and also a reminder, gentle reminder, to make sure you got on deodorant on these hot Southern California days.
All right, what's your name?
Joyce.
Joyce.
Now, in the voice alone, it sounds like she is fried inside and out.
All right, what's your name?
Joyce.
Joyce, how did you prepare for the first heat wave of 2025?
I went to Ventura and got the hell out of Burbank.
I can tell you I prepared for the first heat wave of 1825. That's what it sounds like.
Does she have like branches in her hair? I just picture someone kind of living in the forest.
Kinda, actually, yes.
I got out of Burbank. It was beautiful. Came back. It was too hot. Hopefully we'll get a few more cool days before the real heat of the summer starts.
It's funny because she's trying to have a real conversation about the weather, only she doesn't realize in a moment Jake's going to have to ask to sniff her pits.
Yeah, I know.
This summer is scary. What's it going to be, 120 degrees?
What?
Last year in Burbank, it had, I think, 115.
I can tell already that you're probably getting a whiff off her before you even ask for the sniff.
Not looking forward to it.
What's your favorite hot activity to do?
Go to the beach, get where it's cooler.
Finally, can I sniff your pits?
Oh, they smell, sure.
Oh, God.
God, dude.
They smell, sure, like they should get asked this regularly. All right, fine, you too. Come on in.
Here we go. This is Jake getting to know Joyce very well.
Oh, they smell, sure. Kidding me? I'm sweating to death.
Oh, God.
Oh man.
And he's like ready to go with the sniffer.
She's hoping she says no, but she says, come on, get in here.
I don't know how much they smell, but they sure are wet.
Oh, my God, lady.
How do you not know how much they smell?
God.
So much moisture down
Jake,
there.
I think you're meeting your soulmate right now.
This is Jake. It also sounds like Jake. She's like female Jake.
Yeah.
I don't know, but they're wet. Mine are wet,
Come
too.
on over.
Oh, goodness. Oh,
See? That's what happens when you get off a train in Burbank.
That's what happens when you get off a train in Burbank?
Apparently.
What a great advertisement for the Metro.
The perfect storm of smell. Public transportation, 100 degrees, Burbank.
That's what happens when you get off a train in Burbank.
That is like a life lesson that we will forever remember.
It was not the train. That was going to happen regardless.
Listen to Jake's reaction.
oh goodness. Oh, God.
That's what happens when you get off a train in Burbank after being in the beautiful coolness of Ventura.
This has been a pit stop on KROQ.
Oh, there you go. Pit stop. You going to wipe them now so that I don't have to carry them around anymore?
What?
Got a cool rag?
Oh my God.
He wants you to wet him.
So you thought that was part 2? All right, Jake, get back out there. Part 2 is you got to wipe everyone down after you smell them.
Oh, man. Well, you're doing the Lord's work, I guess. Quick break. We got more show to get to next. Your ADD news in just a moment, then we can kick off a brand new hour of the show with lots to give you. You'll also hear the reaction from my wife when I had to reveal my frosted tips, part of the big bet that I've lost. I'll be paying off on Saturday when we go up to Big Bear for the frosted dip, frosted tips, frosted dips, and potentially pierced nips. What's up, Ray?
Hey, bro, your frosted tips are BS, man. You're supposed to look like O2 Justin Timberlake or something, not like Paris Hilton farted on your forehead.
Well, listen, I can't control how my hair turned out. I clearly do not have the hair.
Klein has very dark hair,
Does not,
when he
bleach
gets
well.
Yeah, so when you put bleach in it, it would take a couple of bleaches for it to get that white blonde look.
Which, by the way, I think would be an upgrade from where I'm at now, because as people have pointed out, I look like a mix between Ed Sheeran and the whatever that stupid reference that Vanessa made earlier. So
The luck of the Irish.
thank you, Vanessa.
That was beautiful.
So anyway, as a result, don't trust me. I wish I was more bleached than I am, but we only had so much time in the show.
There's always a way to get more bleach.
That's when is today? Thursday? Two days. I just got to deal with 2 more days of this. Jesus Christ. All right, let's get to your news now. Then we'll get into a brand new hour of the show. Lots of drama to get to. So much more, and tickets for you.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
All right, today's the day. It's opening day for the Dodgers, which means if you're not going to Dodger Stadium today, stay far, far away. They play at 4:10 against Detroit. People can get in as early as 1 o'clock, and there's a bunch of pregame stuff happening today and tomorrow. They've got the hanging of the championship banner. You can also get a look at that new mural with Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and Clayton Kershaw, which fans say he does not deserve to be the 4th person on that mural because, yes, while he is a legend, it really wasn't his year, and him contributing didn't really put rings on everybody's fingers.
Well, hold on. Think about that. I think it was the home run at the end of Game 1 of the World Series. I'm trying to remember now, but it's hard to...
that was Freddie Freeman.
Isn't that who you just said they were arguing about?
No, Clayton Kershaw is who they're arguing about.
Okay.
Freddie Freeman absolutely should be on there. But Clayton Kershaw, they're kind of like, well... Yes, he's great, and he's helped us a lot in the past, but it's not like that was his year. It wasn't his best year.
He's a part of the Dodgers story.
But he's like front and center on the mural.
What I can't figure out is why, if they're opening up the gates at 1 o'clock for a 4:10 first pitch, and you're still not allowed to do any tailgating at Dodger Stadium. It makes...
What are we supposed to do for 3 hours?
I mean, that's the question. I would think if your team wins the World Series, you should allow tailgating.
Even if it's just for the home opener?
And they crack down so quickly. I mean, if you sit in your car for an extra 6 seconds after you park...
Really?
And just even reach for a bottle of water. The security's right there. And no tailgating. Let's go. Move it along.
Really?
Yeah, they do not want any tailgating.
Not even people who just have their little cooktop hidden in the trunk?
No, you can hide out inside your car for a little bit, hotbox yourself, but they will crack down eventually. They're real straight. They don't want any fun in that parking lot. No fun.
Josh Groban is going to sing the national anthem today, and of course, what is a season opener without some really loud jets? They're going to have 2 F-15C aircraft from the 144th Flight Wing in Fresno and 2 F-35A Lightning fighter jets. Does that mean anything to anyone?
Did you used to serve, Allie, in the military? The way you spoke about that was such confidence.
And tomorrow's pregame
Thank you
includes
for your service, Allie. Thank you.
Ring ceremony. So the coaches and the staff will receive their World Series rings just before the first pitch. And I didn't realize they wait so long for their ring.
Well, they want to make it a big deal. I mean, wait so long. It's the first game. It's the first game of the new season.
I know, but wouldn't you want to get it like in the off season so you can enjoy it and look at it during your time off? Now you're working. You can't really enjoy it.
You can enjoy it. You get it presented in front of, I'm sure they've already been fitted and they already know what they look like. But the same thing they do with the football, too. Anytime a team wins championship, they do the rings. Usually first game. Sometimes they don't even get it first game. I think football sometimes they push it a few weeks.
What?
Yeah.
I want my ring right away.
I would imagine the banner will be unveiled. I mean, today's going to be a great day.
Yeah, they're going to do the banner.
It's going to be a great day to be there. I'm super jealous. And the weather's going to be perfect.
Yeah.
If anyone has extra tickets, caller 10 right now. You want to give me tickets to join you at the Dodger game today.
I want to sit next to a nice, fine ginger man.
Count me in. I'm there.
Puberty is an inevitable part of life. It's awkward. It's uncomfortable for everyone. And now it is happening earlier than ever, which is truly disturbing. They are investigating exactly why this is. But if you've seen some 7-year-olds walking around with a full mustache, you're not going crazy. Puberty is now starting at around 8 or 9 for girls and 9 or 10 for boys, which means it's happening 2 to 3 years sooner than it did for many of us.
8 or 9 for girls?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that explains.
You're there, dude.
I know. And she's acting all hormonal and yelling. And you'll hear when she saw my hair yesterday for the first time, but it was like a full-on meltdown.
Dramatic,
Get out of here. I hate you. What?
You're not my
No, that must be
she's
puberty.
4. There's no excuse for that.
I don't know what that's about.
That's not puberty. And it's taking longer as well. So the puberty process is taking longer, which is just so uncomfortable that it has to last longer. But they think some of the factors could be all of the chemicals that we're constantly ingesting over time.
Microplastics.
Yeah, and the forever chemicals that just get passed down through it's just generations of all of this now affecting the human race and our bodies, and stress and rising obesity rates. So maybe Everyone's just getting so big that you're like, are those boobs? I don't know. Well, let's just call it puberty.
Like we don't know what's going on over there. Let's just say we can't say
puberty.
We can't say fat, so we'll just say puberty. I've got a theory. I think whatever those YouTube videos the kids watch now, where everyone's speaking Russian while they play with toys, there must be some sort of thing they're saying that's messing up the kids. Because I'm convinced, what a great play this is by the Russians to infiltrate our youngest. They put these videos. I don't know what they are, but they've been on in my house for years. They're speaking full on Russian. They're playing with toys.
Yeah, I forget what they're called, but a lot of people watch those.
They're like a couple of sisters, and they're saying all this stuff, and I feel like they are slowly infiltrating the kids. And at some point, they're going to like snap their fingers in 5 years, and all of our kids are going to turn against us.
And Natalia Grace is going to be just a normal story, because it was like, oh, she's 9, or 8 or 9. That's crazy that she would have gone through puberty, but now everyone's doing it. All right, and now your friendly neighborhood story about demonic sea lions. Here we go.
One man was surfing when he says a feral, almost demonic sea lion bit him and dragged him off his board, adding, "It was unlike anything I've ever seen in all the years I've been in the water." California coast sea lions are getting poisoned by toxic algae, causing them to act in a way some describe as demonic. It comes amid a surge in the number of sea lions ingesting domoic acid, a neurotoxin within algae blooms, through the fish they eat.
We're seeing them like they're stargazing. We're seeing some animals seem very, very sleepy, maybe right after having a seizure. They may be abnormally aggressive.
So that's what's happening.
And they sound all messed up. I mean, listen to that, Allie. Those things sound real. They do sound demonic.
Demonic sea lions. That's a live one right there.
And they're hitting puberty sooner, too, I hear. So watch out. These sea lions.
So they're like,
Yeah, they're just all frustrated.
Da.
Hear that voice crack? We get into a brand new hour of the show, and we do it right now.
Alley Show.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
All right, hell yeah. Welcome to just after 7 o'clock on a Thursday morning. The Prequend is here. It's Dodgers opening day baseball. Gates opening shortly. Don't know why, because you cannot tailgate in that stadium. I cannot figure it out, but let's bring it back. I know that we occasionally get into brawls and everyone gets all stabby and they don't like seeing fans wearing other jerseys of other teams. But aside from those incidents that seem to happen quite regularly, I think most people should be able to drink and grill while they wait for, go inside and watch some baseball.
Yeah, and before you brawl today, just know if you see someone in Tigers gear, they live in Detroit.
Yeah, they're already losing.
Yeah, just leave them alone.
Let them have
be.
this. Let them have this. Lots to get into this hour on the show. Speaking of Dodgers, Roger the Dodger hater, I think, comes out of his hibernation. I'm sure he'll talk about why the Dodgers will suck this year, but he said it last year and they ended up winning the World Series. So in some ways, I feel like you got to let a guy like that vent. If you'd like to
Retort?
If you would
You'd like to retort.
You'd like to retort. You can
retort.
Thank you, Jake. I don't think we can say that. We will give you a chance later this hour on the show. And you'll hear exactly what happened as I unveiled my new look to my wife and kids. It did not go well, I'll put it that way. So lots to get into this hour. We kick things off with some Weezer. If you need us, phone numbers, text 9-800-520-1067 on KROQ. K-Rock, we are Klein Alley's show. Lots going on this morning already. If you missed the last hour, unbelievable. Call from Blind Charlie says that he'll match up to $2,500 as we raise money for Special Olympics. Polar plunge, jumping in Big Bear Lake on Saturday. I lost the big bet, forced resolutions. BigBear.com/plunge or the link in our bio. You can sign up, join one of our teams, jump in the lake with us. If you'd like to jump in the lake with us, you can. If you don't want to jump in the lake, just want to stand on the side.
Yeah, you can just watch along with me. I'm just there to watch Klein torture himself and make sure he does it and doesn't chicken out.
Phase one of the punishment took place yesterday. I now currently have frosted tips in some capacity.
And if you missed it, Klein, said that he would pierce his nipple if we got to $5,000 raised. And Blind Charlie called in earlier this morning and said if we can get to $2,500, he will match the other $2,500. And we are currently at $2,215.
Whatever. Hey, listen, you don't donate any money. Just come. We don't need to donate money.
That's not the point of this. The point of this is to help raise money and see you fail.
I will donate myself after the fact. So let's just all relax with the donations right now.
Once I'm not able to on the website anymore.
That's fine. I get that thing in the mail every year. That win a house in Southern California. It's a fundraiser for Special Olympics. I've signed up for it many years. I've never won a house. So
the Dream House?
The Dream House. That's a fundraiser for Special Olympics. Okay. And I donate, try to win a house, never won a house.
Yeah, but it's about the house for you.
For me, it's about the house, sure. But eventually, someone's going to win a javelin or something. So as a result, good job. There's my money.
You think they just give them javelins?
So I'm sure they need some Olympic gear.
Kids.
Yeah, take some javelins. Everyone needs a javelin. It's time to find out what's happening in neighborhoods all over Southern California. Every single one of those apps out there, Nextdoor, Neighborhood, Citizen, it always turns into a giant place for people to pretty much go and rip on each other for things that they're not happy about that's happening in their neighborhood. The idea originally was, let's help neighbors. It's turned into a war zone. Let's get into it. It's time to meet the neighbors.
Meet the neighbors. That's what you gotta do. Say hello, shake a hand, share a smile and make a friend. Meet the neighbors. Their dog just crapped in your yard.
Live in different neighborhoods in Southern California. Maybe you see Vanessa in Long Beach, or you see Jake in Burbank, or Allie in the Deep Valley, or Omar in Rancho Cucamonga, or Johnny. Who even knows where Johnny lives anymore? He's all over the place. So let's go ahead and officially meet the neighbors.
Well, I thought this one was relevant, so I'll start with this. This comes from a guy who has never posted in our area, but he's definitely real, and his name is Justin Ichikawa. And he joined Nextdoor, I think, about a week ago. And this is his first post. Hello, Dodger fans. I have 2 lodge-level tickets available for opening day.
Oh, I was trying to sell them.
Is anybody interested? The game is today. Please make me an offer. Now, the comments have gotten very furious because a lot of people think that Justin Ichikawa is not a real person and is just trying to scam them. But Debbie is very interested in the tickets and is offering $50 for both.
$50 for 2 tickets? Wow.
That's what her offer is, because his post is make me any offer. And then this guy responds and goes, hey, I saw you posting these on Facebook as well, and you were asking $750 a ticket. And he's like, well, now I'm accepting all offers. What's your offer, Mitch? And then they're like, you know what? There's a different person by a different name selling these exact same tickets on Facebook. I think this is a scam. And he goes, no. That's me also. My sister Nikki is helping me sell the tickets. So it's just getting really hairy in there. And I don't know eventually if these tickets are going to sell, but this is probably a scam.
I would imagine that even if the tickets are legitimate, people get really upset in the Neighborhood Nextdoor app when people try to use it to profit. I've always learned that. They like to help each other out, but as soon as someone tries to make a buck or promotes like, we're going to do a lemonade stand, everyone gets all, whoa, let's keep it while we're here.
Yeah, I know. Why don't we have to be, everything's just promotional these days. But I think it's funny that Debbie had the balls to be like, I'll give you $50 for 2 tickets to the opening day game.
Jake, what's happening in your neighborhood?
This comes from Daniel. This is just 6 minutes ago. He wrote, anyone hear this jackhammer that just woke me the F up? Is there an ordinance about time you can start using what sounds like an AK-47? Is that a thing? I don't own a gun.
So the person's not happy because construction started very early and threatened violence, but doesn't have the means to do the violence.
I love that he had to say at the end, I don't own a gun. It's just such a random thing to say to close it out. By the way, guys, I don't have a gun.
This is Zenny from North Hollywood who wrote the following. Immediately, need help. Stop. It's written almost like a telegram.
Oh, need help. Stop. Come soon. Stop.
Does anyone know a nearby tailor that can do some immediate alterations? I have a big event to go to, and my pants are incredibly long on one leg and short on the other. Not sure what happened here.
What?
Need this done immediately.
Why is it so immediate?
Apparently the person has an event. It's crazy to me to think that someone has an issue this big. Like, obviously, you would think just put on different pants. But they've turned to the neighborhood and hoping someone can give them an immediate tailor recommendation that can even out the leg length.
I've got the biggest speech of my life to make in 30 minutes, and I need pants.
Now, someone says, this is from Nancy, Milton Eddy's on Alameda and Pass is open 24 hours. Now, I think
a 24-hour tailor?
I know that's a dry cleaner. I didn't realize they do. I guess they would do that as well. But to think about how much business are they doing where someone's running in the middle of the night with emergency tailoring that has to happen immediately.
But I am so interested in why this is such an emergency.
No one asked. See, if I was a neighbor, that would have been the follow-up. What happened that you have to wear these pants? Now, maybe there's an event, a wedding or whatever, but the thing was posted midweek, too, so it's not even like it's a Saturday. And then someone else said, I've got a couple of 24-hour tailors that'll come to you. So I was thinking to myself,
what is this underground tailor industry?
Yeah, what kind of business is going on here where people are just available all hours of the day and night in case someone needs some emergency hemming done?
It's like a drug dealer.
Yeah, does tailor? Are we like old and tailoring doesn't mean tailoring? And all these people are actually...
My pants are uneven.
Yeah, what does that mean? Like ecstasy?
Who's going to help me out here?
So anyway, that's apparently been going on. And someone said, good luck, why don't you wear different pants? And then someone else said, it's getting a little hot outside for pants these days. I'm moving back to skirts and dresses.
I love when they just get completely on a tangent, off topic.
So not a lot of help for that neighbor, but she's desperately looking. So Zenny in North Hollywood, I hope you were able to figure out your pants issue. We got to take a quick break. When we get back in a second, the return of Roger the Dodger Hater, and you'll get to hear everything that happened when my wife and kids got to see my new and improved hairstyle for the very first time. She had to realize the hard truth that she's now married to a ginger. And it did not go well. This is just a tease of when I first took my hat off. Love you.
Oh my God.
What?
What do you mean, what?
I love how you took your hat off and said, I love you.
Well, I was hoping to soften the blow.
I love you.
So anyway, we will get into that and more next on KROQ.
Welcome to the show! Every hour from 9 to 6, step up to the plate for a KROQ Grand Slam. Knock it out of the park and score a pair of tickets for Magic Mountain and Knott's Berry Farm. There's the pitch. Hit a home run and instantly get your name on the draft list for a chance to get a Grand Slam. A 4-pack of 2025 gold passes with an all-parks passport. A Major League victory giving you unlimited visits all season long to all Six Flags parks. Keep listening to win.
Welcome back to Major League Baseball. Sort of.
KROQ. Not a winner? Score the most thrilling deals on tickets and passes when you visit sixflags.com or Knotts.com today.
Hey, anyone know how to play this?
Remember these? All right. Well, this is something I'm sure I'll regret later. But here you go.
Get on with it.
For your entertainment, I guess, why not, right?
Let's do it.
It was a Friday a few weeks ago, middle of January, where I got a call just after the show was ending from my wife that said, do you have my car? And I said, I do not have your car. And she said, well, then it was stolen. And I said, that's impossible. And lo and behold, the car was stolen. Had to go to LAPD. Clearly, it is not a priority because cars get stolen all the time. We heard from quite a few of you that have shared many stories of cars getting stolen, some getting found, some never getting found. And we got to a point where earlier this week, they officially deemed her car a total loss. And through insurance and everything else, we were able to, basically, she got her new car over the weekend. So I thought it would be the perfect time to have Jake call her as a police officer. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea.
It's great. It's a great idea.
And so Jake decided to call and say, I know you know, he didn't say he knew she had a new car. I knew that. But that they found her other car, and it was in this was her biggest fear, is that she would get her car back in drivable condition, but it would be so disgusting that she would never be able to
drive it again,
even though she would have to drive it again. So rather than be the supportive husband that I try to be on a regular basis, I decided, let's try to do something that could be fun for the show. And already I regret this, so take a listen. This happened yesterday after the show, and I have not stopped hearing about it since.
Hello?
Hello, is this a Danielle Klein?
Who's this?
This is Officer Medina with the LAPD North Hills Division.
Hi, yes, this is her.
Hi, great. I'm calling to inform you that we have found your Land Rover attempting to cross. Yeah, it was attempting to cross the border yesterday.
No way.
Yeah.
I literally just went through insurance and I just got my new car.
Oh, that's
So
great.
what does that mean, though? I mean...
Well, the good news is it's not a total loss. There are some scratches to the driver's side door. You're going to have to get a couple new tires and wheels. But you will have to come down to a San Diego tow yard and pick it up.
Wow. Okay, this is... so now I don't understand. What do we do?
Oh, well, yeah, you'll have to come down and pick it up.
And then, do you happen to know if, like, any of the stuff that was in it was left in there? Probably not, right?
Well, there's probably... I'm sure these are not your items, because it appears as if the thieves were using the car as some sort of mobile drug lab. We found
Those are not...
Yeah, we found
it would be kids' stuff, so...
I'm sorry?
It would be kids' stuff in there.
Oh, yeah. We found an abundance of paraphernalia normally associated with labs and shoot-up sites. So you might want to hire a professional biohazard team to get rid of all that residue and needles, etc.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want that. I guess that.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you mind if I add my husband into this call?
Sure, yeah.
Sorry, because I'm not. Hold on 1 second. Kevin? Hi. You're on with the sheriff.
I'm Officer Medina with the LAPD North Hills Division.
What? Yes, I know.
Yeah, we found your car attempting to cross the border into Mexico yesterday.
Being used for drug paraphernalia.
Well, it appears as if they're using it as a mobile drug lab. Right now, there's an abundance of paraphernalia in the car. It also appears as if they used the vehicle to transport livestock. There's a leftover droppings and feed, and a smell that might not be able to get removed in the car. But we did recover a car seat that has also been soiled, and a brown coat was found in the car.
Oh my God!
Were any of those items yours?
I mean the car seat, and if it's a brown coat, yes.
Oh, great. Yeah, those are still there for you. But the car is in a tow yard in San Diego, and you might want to pick it up as soon as you can, because each day it's a $125 fee that will accumulate.
I mean, I guess Kevin, I don't understand this.
Can you go?
What? Me? San Diego?
It's in San Diego?
Is this something that we can talk to insurance? I mean, I don't want a car back either that had drugs in it with kids and drop-ins.
Danielle, the problem is that they found the car. It's now we have to...
I don't think so with insurance.
Officer, is there some amount of days where you have to find it where it's not considered a total loss?
Yes, if we find it within 90 days, it's still your responsibility. So I believe I have it here as January 17th. Is that the day?
I don't know. I don't even know.
This is insane. I've never... But nobody's going to drive around a car with droppings and
Well, you'll be surprised what some of these addicts will do to a car and what they can live with. It is insane. But.
Yeah, I'm not driving around with kids. Like, that's considered... we got to get insurance on the phone.
They've gone in the car, too, though, before the kids, so...
What?
Well,
what are you talking about, Kevin? He's talking about the new... What are you talking about? He's talking about my old car, Dan.
Yeah. Like I was telling your wife that you're going to have to get a professional to clean for the biohazard and the smell animal droppings, etc.
Then I'm going to call and see if we can give back the new car because...
No, listen, I'm not driving around a car that had drugs all over it and droppings. That's insane. We need to get on the phone with them.
But we can't have two cars. We're going to have to pay for both cars now because they found it.
I think we need to get in touch with insurance, Kevin, right? Because you can't do anything.
Well, I feel like the first step should be trying to recover your car as soon as possible. Like I said, each day it incurs a fine.
So how much do we owe you to this point?
Well, right now, it's the first day will be... Oh, it's not even to me. It's to the tow yard. It'll be $125 per day.
Hold on. Listen,
all right.
We need to get Shim and insurance on the phone, okay?
Hold on. Does anyone on this call's husband work in radio?
What?
I have a wife.
Is it possible this whole thing is a prank?
Kevin?
Mr. Klein.
I love you, baby. It's a prank.
Oh, my God. I hate you. Kevin. No, not okay.
Now you know you don't have to pick up a car in San Diego. She hung up. All right.
It's just Jake sitting by himself.
Oh, man. I'm just alone in a room now.
It took me a second to realize she hung up.
Oh, I can't believe Beetlejuice called your wife.
I don't know
to say the car was recovered.
I regret that, but I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Opening day, Dodgers getting themselves some World Series championship rings. And if you're a Dodgers fan, today is probably one of the most fun days of the year because you got the full season ahead of you, coming off of World Series championship, feeling good about the team. But if you hate the Dodgers, and this is a tough day. This is always a tough day, especially,
if you live in Los Angeles.
Live in L.A., and you do not like the Dodgers. We met this guy last season when the Dodgers were making their run in the playoffs, and he was so anti-Dodgers. We found out his name was Roger, which we found was so funny because the first few times he called to asked about the Dodgers, we didn't even know what his name was. Then we found out his name was Roger. It rhymes. He's one letter away from being Dodger himself, and he hates the Dodgers so much. And this was one of the things he said last year. He had a lot of predictions in the postseason about how things would go bad for the Dodgers. This was one of them.
You guys are going to experience some wet weather. That's after Game 7. That's not actual rain. That's tears of cholos.
He was talking about how all of the Dodgers fans were going to be crying, and he likes nothing more than looking at that overhead shot of all the traffic of people leaving Dodger Stadium, but especially after there's a loss. Mm-hmm. And he said a lot of things that just, unfortunately for him, didn't go the way he thought they would go.
Yeah, and then he said, you know what, it'll probably disappear, but now he's back. And, I know there's a lot of hype, and people are really excited. They're probably going to end up drinking too much and beating the crap out of somebody. So why don't you get ahead of it by just yelling at Roger instead?
Yeah, let's avoid the parking lot brawls that have become commonplace, and let's go ahead and allow you right now to therapeutically let Roger, the Dodger hater, know how you feel. First of all, welcome to opening day. Roger, good to talk to you again.
Welcome. Happy 2025. How are you guys doing this fine day?
Well, it's fine. You really ghosted us after they won the World Series. We tried to get you on the air a bunch of times, and you just were not answering. How much of a depression did you go into after the World Series championship?
You know that's a lie. You never called me. You're like a woman that did not want to see me. You did not want to talk to me during football season. I told you I have a lot of hate for any team that's in Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. The Lady Basketball, the Rams, the Chargers.
The Lady. That is the official name of the team. They've changed the name from the Sparks to the Lady Basketball. That's true.
The Lady Basketball.
Right.
The Chargers, who you guys stole from San Diego.
Right.
What you guys do all the time. So how are you guys doing?
So you hate, let me get this right. I feel like you don't actually hate the Dodgers. You hate all of Los Angeles. Is that what it is? Or is it just...
No.
Because you do live here. You live here, correct?
How dare you? You're putting that tag on me like I hate the whole city. No, I love the fact that I love the fact that everybody's sleeping in tents here. That's great. Okay. I'm very happy about that.
So now that it's opening day, the Dodgers are going to get their World Series championship rings. I know you put a big asterisk. You said anytime they win, there's an asterisk. What was the asterisk for 2024 season?
No, it was not an asterisk for 2024. You guys won it fair and square, and I give you very good credit about that. But 2020, you guys had a half a season and a worldwide apocalypse, and that's how you guys got the ring.
Right.
So that doesn't count.
But this season, why do you think the Dodgers will fail?
Because they try to buy it. They're the West Coast Yankees, and you guys know that. And they bought every person in Japan to play on their team.
Every person. That seems like a slight exaggeration.
Well, and to be fair,
purchased all of Japan to play on the Dodgers.
And it's not like I'm a Dodger fan by any stretch, but they did buy players and win the World Series, so it did work.
Because the Yankees choked, and you guys know that. So you guys have Hello Kitty in your bullpen. That's how many Japanese players you guys got.
Now, listen, if you are a supporter of the Dodgers, I know a lot of people, whenever Roger the Dodger hater calls, say, why are you wasting any airtime with this guy? He is an absolute...
Because I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best.
And how will you be watching the game? Because you love to watch when the Dodgers lose, but as soon as they start playing well and start hitting dingers and everything, then you start getting all mad and you kind of walk away from the TV. But you're not going to the game today, I would imagine.
I've told you last year, I would never go to that fist fight fest. When you guys get your guys under control and don't have savages over there, drinking. Look, I told you last year, I'm Mexican as well, but you need to stop selling Mexican beer. It's getting people too riled up. That's all I'm saying.
Roger the Dodger hater is on. A new season can officially begin. He will never go to the fist fight fest that is, and he wants nothing more than for the Dodgers to have a bad season. But when he started calling us last year, the Dodgers, if you remember, there was a time, Allie, where it didn't look like they were going to potentially make it through to the next round. And then once Roger started calling, you could be one of those reverse mushes, like those people that get their team tattooed on them right before, and they say, oh, they're going to win. You may have somehow had the power in all of your negativity to switch it all around. So maybe the Dodgers should be thanking you for the World Series championship.
They should be thanking me for just existing, all right? That's what they should be doing at all times. Dodgers stink. Giants are going to go 162-0, and they're going to win the World Series every year till I drop dead in 25 years.
Trevor,
this guy needs to take a ticket and play him. You don't even know what LA's about, man.
What's LA about?
Just think about the culture. You're talking shit about it, like you know what's going on.
We're gonna get in trouble with the SEC.
You cannot curse.
I'm talking about the Dodger fans. All they want to do is curse and be mean to people. I'm just talking facts. I gave you guys credit last year, but on the same token, you guys still stink, all right? And you have an asterisk in 2020, and you bought every person in Japan. And
But that's what the business is about. You have to pay players.
All right, everyone calm down now. The idea was...
We don't need we don't need to have anyone calm down. This is what this is for.
All right, in that case, don't calm down. Do the opposite. If you need to let some of the air out of the balloon right now, let Roger the Dodger hater know how you feel. Go ahead, you can call us and get it out now so you don't get into a fist fight in the parking lot later. Go ahead, you're on with Roger the Dodger.
Try to fist fight me.
I bet they will. Yeah, of course. Well, you seem very punchable, Roger, I'll be honest.
How dare you? How dare you speak to in such a manner? I'm the greatest thing that's ever happened to you, besides the Dodgers asterisk in 2020.
Hey, yo, I'm going to the game tonight, and I was going to bring my baby, but I would just bring Roger instead.
Oh, damn. What do you have to say to that, Roger?
Unfortunately, I'll be in San Diego away from you animals. I want to get 2 hours away from you guys at all times.
Jim, go ahead. You're on with Roger the Dodger hater.
Yeah.
Hey, good morning. Dude, Roger sounds like the whitest Mexican ever.
That is insulting. That is insulting.
How dare you? That is slightly racist, and I expect nothing less from Dodger fans.
All right, relax.
It's crazy because you can't really insult him because he's like, that's what you do. And you're like, ugh.
Yeah, he got us there. Damn it. Well, listen, Roger, we could take all these calls all day. People do not like you. There's a
they love me. They love to hate me.
There's universal hatred towards you on every single phone line right now. But I
love it.
Oh, man, there's some really, really rich language on the text line.
They should put Roger's name on the championship rings because I think that he was as much a part of this as anyone else. Thanks for continuing to reverse mush our team. Go Dodgers. Look at that. Let me say hi to Gus. You're on KROQ this morning with Roger the Dodger hater. What's up?
Hey, sweet dibbits, net bangers. They hate us because they ain't us.
Oh.
Oh, Wow, that's very original. Where'd you get that from? Tropic Thunder?
All right.
Jesus Christ, buddy. Write your own material.
All right. Let me say hi to Aaron. Aaron, go ahead. You'd like to go ahead and tell Roger the Dodger hater how you feel about him? Go ahead.
Hey, this conversation is irrelevant. Baseball sucks overall. It's a few weeks till XFL. Everyone just forget about
XFL. Let's get
so
ready.
funny.
That guy hates American. He's sports terrorism.
Okay.
Get him off the phone.
Sports terrorism.
All right, thank you. You've made some interesting points as we get into. I think people are all fired up now. I don't know what happened. Everyone was just relaxing, having a nice morning here, and then Roger the Dodger hater just fired everyone up. The amount
You
of
know what? I have a whole season to hate. Last year was just the playoffs. Now it's the whole season.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best thing ever. I'm going to call you week 3. Week 7, week 9, after the All-Star break, you guys are going to hear from me all year. And when your whole team gets injured because they're from Japan and the shipping, they're going to get breaking and shipping.
All right, relax. Now what you're saying is now you're getting,
I think you're being racist.
now you're getting in dangerous territory.
323.
They don't ship them over. They fly first class.
525 said, I love Roger. I want more Roger the Dodger hater. 323 said, I want to put Roger in a room with R. Kelly and Diddy and let them do their thing.
Hey, take it easy.
Anthony, you're on KROQ. Good morning.
Hey, sweet Debbie.
Sweet Dibbits, Andy. What's up, Anthony?
I just want to give Roger props, man. I love him. Keep doing what you're doing.
See that? You've turned some people around on you, and I don't know if they like you.
My hate is it goes to other people, and they want to hate too.
Okay,
It just brings people together.
It really does.
208 said, the more Roger talks, the more I actually respect him.
Yeah, because I'm so good at words.
All right, Roger. We have
That's the problem.
We have to say goodbye for now, but it's a long season, so I'm sure by this time next week we'll already be sick of you. But nice to hear from you again in some weird way.
You know what? I love all you guys at the station, and I want to tell you, go Giants! Dodgers stink.
Oh, okay. Well, you got the final word in there.
To be continued.
I'm sure they'll be thinking about that when they put their World Series rings on their fingers today. But take that one, Roger the Dodger. The interesting encounter with my wife as I revealed my new bleached tips yesterday to her and my children did not go well for me. You'll hear that audio next, KROQ. life crumble before your very ears. I think you'll enjoy this. It's KROQ, the Klein Alley Show. Some people correcting me saying that the rings are officially going on fingers tomorrow, not today. So maybe they're going to show them today, but then tomorrow the players actually get them. They got to show them.
I explained it on 88 News.
Oh, I wasn't listening.
Yeah, you were.
Anyway, it's all part of the opening day festivities that continues into opening weekend. Albert on KROQ, what's up?
What's up? Big Dodger fan right here, and I got an extra ticket for Roger, the Dodger hater.
Oh, you'd actually bring him with you to the game? Make him sit there and watch?
Yeah, come hang out, have some beers, and, I mean, what's up, Roger? You down or what?
You gonna turn him into a human pinata in the parking lot? Hold on. He's already hung up, but...
well, he said he would never go.
He says he would never go, but I bet you he's one of those haters that does go in disguise.
I don't think he would, no. I think he's committed.
Well,
but you want to go, don't you?
I would love to go, although, to be honest, I don't think I can go out in public with this new hairdo I've got. It's interesting because yesterday I got laughed at. I started believing all the comments on the YouTube and all the comments on Instagram where people said, you know what? I actually think Klein looks better like this, which I took as a compliment, but I still think it's an insult somehow.
I like it. I still like it. I liked it then, and I like it now.
But you and Omar and Jake and everyone on the show is attempting to do what you would do the same way when you come in here looking terrible and we feel bad. So we say, Allie, it's not that bad. You can't notice.
Nobody says it's not that bad. You all tell me it's bad.
When it's... Okay. There have been times you've come in here and you've asked for our honest opinion about something, and we all know it's terrible, and we still say to you, no, it's unnoticeable. Remember that time you had that?
No,
I
don't remember one
Remember
time
that time
this
we
happened.
called you Diclops because you had one eye that was swollen shut with pink funk or something like that, and you only had one eye
when I
working?
had conjunctivitis.
Yeah, and you said, is it really... and then you kind of have those moments, not on the air, but you go, is it really that bad? And we all go, no, you can really hardly notice it. But we're all thinking
You're
inside.
all lying then?
Yes, of course.
Why are you bringing this up?
The point is, I don't trust what you guys say to me, where I can get honest feedback from my own family.
Because you're not honest with us. That's the point you're making.
The point I'm making is that there's times when you feel bad for people's feelings. So you say things like when Jake got really fat and he said, is it noticeable? And he said, is it noticeable? And we all said, not that noticeable, but we're all like, his pants are ripping. I mean, it's very... Thank you.
You're awesome. Thanks.
You're
fluffy.
That's a beautifully nice way of saying it. So yesterday I had to go home, and I didn't. My wife, kids did not know that I was getting the tips frosted on the show yesterday, and so I revealed. But I started going into it with some confidence because I started seeing messages, even from women, attractive women on Instagram, going, "Klein, I never thought of you as a sexual guy." Which is an insult. But now that I see your hair like that, I would do you. I would see comments like that.
Aren't you getting hit on by men?
I did get hit on by two guys yesterday. I think I didn't realize whatever you did to my hair.
It's the Lance Bass
It's like
effect.
catnip for the gays.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
so I think they assume because I would do, like, what straight guy would do this by choice?
Oh, I saw a straight guy at the gym yesterday who had your haircut, but he was definitely going through a midlife crisis.
Right. Well, regardless, I did have two guys yesterday that started a conversation with me, and they were definitely both flaming gay and both like, so what's going on? And I go, married, because I have a wedding ring on. And they're like, I'm like, yeah, she's a woman. I had to shut that
What
down
a
real
brag.
quick, So anyway, I went home, and I thought maybe when I walked in, my wife was in the middle of doing work, and she seemed really stressed out. So I said, this seems like the perfect time to show her that her husband now has frosted tips.
Look, regardless, she should think to herself, you know what? I have a husband who's fun. He has a fun job. He's a fun person.
She wants me to have
He's
a real...
making changes and mixing it up.
She wants me to have an adult job. Her friends...
She just wants you to be serious and boring?
Yeah, well, she talks to her friends, and her husband's like, he's on a business trip to China to close a big deal. Like, that's what she thinks jobs are. And then I'm in here, I'm like...
You don't know if that guy's happy. He's probably not.
Well, regardless, this was how the reveal went.
Hey. Love you.
Oh my God.
What?
What do you mean, what? That better wash out.
So
I thought it would wash out.
It better wash out. It was like a threat almost. So obviously she was in the middle of a call, put down her phone, which is...
Oh my God.
What?
What do you mean, what? That better wash out. I saw the thing, so it better come out.
So apparently,
I saw the thing.
I guess she saw something.
Saw your little thing.
She saw something. The radio show.
Your little game.
She calls this radio show that we've been doing The Thing. I mean, the whole time I've known her, even when we were dating, I was on the radio, and it's still The Thing.
I saw the thing.
I saw your hobby, your little morning hobby.
I think she thinks that you're doing volunteer work.
Yeah, it's getting close. It's pretty close.
So it better come out.
You saw what then?
That you guys posted.
So I guess she saw one of the clips, but I don't think she saw the final result. I think she just saw the whatever this cream was they put in my hair.
Right. Okay.
So she didn't know
thought
what was
it
going on. I don't know which, but
Do you love it?
No.
pretty confident about that answer.
That was so serious.
Such a serious. I mean, I'm trying to be fun.
No.
Do you love it?
No. Get it off.
Get it off.
Get it off.
I can't get it off. It's there. It's now there. So
I can't get it off right now. I have to wear it. I have it till Saturday.
You better come out.
Can we go out in public?
No.
You think the girls are going to freak out?
Olivia.
She's drinking.
She's just glaring at you, sipping her matcha.
She's drinking cyanide. She's decided to just give herself some cyanide and end it, I think, at this point. But
Olivia.
Do you find me more attractive or less attractive?
Okay, enough.
okay, enough.
Okay, you may go.
She has shut me down.
Okay, great. You can't get more or less?
Come on, come.
Would you look at it?
I've got work to do.
I know. Will you look at it, though?
No.
She was like avoiding. She was
so done with you.
She was not. She was avoiding eye contact with me and not wanting to look at my hair at all.
Is that the sound of her leaving the room?
Yes, you hear her walking away. Yeah, listen, I'm trying to ask. Listen,
I know. Will you look at it, though?
No, it's ridiculous.
All right, I love you.
There she just walks away.
She's so mad.
So mad about this whole thing. And it's just a waste of her time and her energy.
And when women get mad, it's like a hurtful mad. It's just like, you disappoint me as a human being.
Is there a,
and walk away.
Is there a
like,
sadder sound in the history of the world than the following 4 seconds?
All right, I love you.
Let's see her stomping away.
You started, you bookended it with I love you, too, and you got a response for neither of those.
Yeah, she stomped away. Her response was still somehow better than my kids' response. Because the kids, I thought they would go, oh, that's fun. Look at it, it's fun and cool. Well, it did not.
But sometimes kids freak out when their parents' hair is different. Like, I remember the first time I had even just my hair in, like, a towel, and he was like, oh, where's mommy back? Where's mommy?
Hey, Mike, what's up? You're on KROQ.
Hey, man, I made that donation, so I'm ready to see those nips.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, sorry, we cut him out. Dump this call off the air. Dump it.
Wait, let me see you refresh.
You got to bring Blind Gary back. Bring him up.
Blind Gary?
Blind Charlie. Get it
We're
right.
actually officially at $3,015.
That much money's been raised today?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
We've raised $1,000 in just an hour and a half.
So it's not enough that I got bleached tips and everyone wants to see a pierced nip?
You know what, guys? I don't think we need Blind Charlie. Let's just keep it going.
No. Blind Charlie said he was going to match, and the deal is got to be at $5K before we jump in the lake. If you want the pierced nip, which I would like to get out of, I'd like to figure out a way to get out of that, to be honest. Because
how are you going to get out of it? You're the one who brought it up in the first place.
If my wife reacted this way to the hair, she's not going to like the pierced nip at all. I mean, that's going to really be the final straw, 100%.
She never sees you naked. She'll never know.
That's a good point, but I do have such tiny nipples that they would be so noticeable.
They're going to have to try so many times.
Oh, God. Jeez, they have these like children-sized needles or something. Anyway, speaking of children, this is my kids reacting to my hair, and I was hoping at least maybe they would be excited about it. And one of my kids just lost a tooth yesterday, so it was a big deal, and then I had to, of course, rain on their parade.
Guys, look at your tooth.
It's already growing.
Come here, hey, look, girls, come here. What do you think of this?
Ew, Dad, did you tell Mom?
Yeah?
Did Mom like it?
No.
Ew.
It's always a good response from your own children. A giant ooh.
And it's funny
Did you
that she
show
checked
Mom?
in about how Mom felt. You should have said she loved it.
I should have.
I wonder if her response would have been any different.
I don't think so.
Dad.
What do you think? Touch it. Touch it. What do you think?
Ew. I want it to be white like Johnny.
She wants those like Johnny.
Like Johnny?
Yeah,
Oh
she
my
loves.
God, another kid that has a crush on Johnny.
Loves Johnny. Loves Postmaster Johnny.
Let's go, baby Yerm gang.
That's what I thought it would look like, because Johnny, his looks good on him. Wouldn't look good on me, but regardless.
No, I want it to be black. Dad, ew, please. Ew, I want it black. Ew, I want it black.
We are still talking about hair, right?
I don't know anymore. I don't know.
What are you showing her?
I don't know what's going on.
I want it to be black. It looks so gross. Ew.
Anyway, great. So there you go. What a great treat going home yesterday.
I'm sure you're excited to go home today.
Got to take a break. We'll be back, I think. More show next on KROQ.
It's just a bunch of people getting together, having a good time.
Klein, Alley, Show.
It sounds innocent.
KROQ.
But America's youth are rebelling in a new and dangerous way.
World Famous KROQ.
It's a fine institution, unless, of course, you're a fan of USC, in which case you hate UCLA. Regardless, very difficult to get into. Most people, I think, get rejected. I think you have to have pretty good grades, pretty good test scores, and that's just to be a student there. So imagine the teachers there would be held to an even higher standard.
Absolutely.
We were all equally shocked and surprised when Postmaster Johnny told us that he was
he casually was like, I have to go speak at UCLA later. And we were like, what?
I was convinced he was trying to spell something that was not UCLA, the college. Like, I thought he was going somewhere else completely, and he was trying to spell it. And then I thought maybe he's talking about something near UCLA, because I know he likes to go to the bars by there, because he says they got the good, the better baddies are by the UCLA bars.
I thought he was going to meet a girl at UCLA and talk to her, and that's what he meant by speak at UCLA.
Right, but Johnny, correct me if I'm wrong, you were brought in front of an entire class of people?
Sir, yes, sir.
And you claim, we asked you a little bit about this on the bonus podcast yesterday, that you were speaking to a room full of marine biologists?
One of them was a marine biologist. The other ones were all comms majors.
Comms majors?
Communications. I know
Right.
It's been a minute since you guys have been in college, but comms is communications.
Right. And you went there for what reason?
I thought I was just going to be arm candy, kind of, but then I ended up talking for a whole hour
Arm
in front of the
candy?
whole class.
You think the teachers and guest speakers bring arm candy?
They would have brought me just be like, hey, this is another kid that's like somewhat of a college age. Like, he's probably going to come along for that.
Right. All right. Why don't I'm going to play some of the audio. Johnny, I may need Johnny to come in the studio to defend himself for this, because this audio is crazy. And at some point, apparently, he badmouthed it. Johnny, you understand? I haven't heard this audio yet completely. I know Omar heard some of it and Allie did, but you kind of badmouth us to the room full of students. You
Go
know
ahead,
that.
play it. Let's hear it.
Well, you said it.
I know, but I don't remember what I said. But go ahead.
Did you prepare your speech at all?
No, not at all. I thought about it while we ate dinner beforehand, but that was it.
This is Johnny speaking to a class full of 100 students at UCLA.
So, just as Jennifer said, attention span is really, really, really short, especially nowadays. We grew up on, a lot of us grew up in the genesis of social media. And I had to kind of teach my coworkers the importance of that.
You had to teach us the importance of social media?
Yeah, I had to tell you guys. Remember, like, everybody's attention span is super, super short.
Yeah, you have to teach us about the genesis of social
well,
media.
No, I grew up in the genesis of social media. You guys kind of were there.
I grew up in the genesis of Sega Genesis.
Oh, yeah.
That's the genesis.
Genesis does. Immediately, the first video, first 3 seconds, I say, don't say my name, don't say what show I'm on, it has nothing to do with radio. Holding up a box of cereal and the thing about sneaking cereal into the theaters.
Oh, my God.
I felt like a superhero when I said that, too.
Johnny, you're talking about your dumb bit you do?
Sneaking cereal into the theaters. I rest my case.
So wait, you're talking to a room full of kids that obviously know, they don't need you to explain, because they're looking at you like you're some old out-of-touch loser, too.
Well, no, they're actually kids older than me in that class, but that was like...
You're also saying, you're all just spitting out things that are common knowledge nowadays.
Right. Show no attention span anymore. We get it. No one has an attention span.
That goes without saying. But also, too...
Right. But you did say.
That was...
Did you pick that up at UCLA yesterday?
That was like one of the big talking points that Jennifer wanted to bring up when she brought me. She wanted to bring up me riding the first time on the airplane, me sneaking chicken in my pants, and then just my experience.
Listen to Johnny. He speaks about his idea of sneaking chicken in his pants.
Play it.
He speaks about
he's about to win a Nobel Prize.
Yeah, like
I did.
Right. Imagine a teacher that actually like helped come up with some medical device that cured something.
Yeah.
Johnny is speaking about his bringing food in his pants in the movie theater. Like it. Listen to this. I mean,
sneaking cereal into the theaters. What if we did chicken? Me and Klein are big Costco guys. Okay. I was like, we'll get a rotisserie chicken. Go, first video, literally. Sneaking rotisserie chicken into the theaters.
Already messed up the name there. You called it you had a rotisserie, and then you changed it back to rotisserie, you idiot.
That's how I said it in the video.
I know. So he goes.
I said it in the
then we're spitballing. We go, cereal. What can we do next? Rotisserie chicken. We like Costco.
Literally the next day, 130 views. I wake up to 130,000 views. Boom. Okay, it looks like he does it a lot. Oh, they're actually a radio show.
So now he's talking about bringing it back to the show.
Right, so you're saying that you had a genius hit you, bring chicken in your pants into a movie theater. You explained to the kids.
And now it's helping us.
And is anyone watching you as you're doing these?
Dude, they are feverishly taking down notes.
They're taking notes?
Yes.
They are?
Yes, notepads.
Holy crap.
How to transfer from UCLA.
Yes.
They're all filling out applications for other colleges. USC, transfer portal.
Any other school.
Marco on KROQ, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Hey, no, that was completely genius of UCLA bringing in Postmaster Johnny. You know how, like, when you have little kids, my theory is when you have little kids, so they're misbehaving, so you take them to, like, the county jail and tell them, hey, if you keep misbehaving,
they're going to scared straight them.
Yeah, scared straight. Yeah.
They basically brought Johnny in.
Genius of UCLA.
Yeah, they're very smart, right? They said, bring in this.
Drop out, this could be you.
As soon as Johnny left, they're like, so that's what happens when you don't go to UCLA. That's a smart school right there.
Great.
All right, here's the speech continues.
What's radio? Who's Klein and Alley? It was the stepping stones that took its way to get there.
Beautifully said. It was the stepping stones that took its way to get there.
Oh, that's because I talked
The
about
stepping stones that took its way to get there.
Yep, that's a Johnnyism right there.
We had to start out sneaking pie. Then we had to do churro videos.
We had
No, we
to.
didn't have to.
Yeah, we did.
We had
You guys wanted it.
I love that this was all a strategic plan.
Yeah.
Yep.
So hold on. The plan was.
I like how Johnny's kind of like putting us in a position where we're forcing him to do all this stuff.
Right. These are all the things you wanted to do. In fact, we told you not to do all these things.
That's why I mentioned that in the
Yes.
speech too.
We had to start out sneaking pie.
We had to.
Yep, we had to.
We had to start small with pie.
We had short pot. We had.
Then we had to do churro videos.
Had to do them.
Which we asked you to do consistently, and you did like 2 and then stopped.
Yeah.
Did you tell them that in class?
No, because I told him I was setting it up to talk about fellatio salad and how
right.
that was the
That's the
end
big
game.
cliche. Yeah, that's-
Yeah, and these were all steps to get to
We
that.
started with pie. We ended at fellatio salad.
Yep.
Meeting adjourned.
Wow,
You're
what are we
all-
doing here,
you're all-
guys? Seriously.
No, he's got a lot to say.
Yeah.
My job is just to get the eyes, give her an alley-oop so that her and her sales associates could close down and just slam dunk that.
What?
Good analogy. That is so good.
He's the guy providing the alley-oops.
Yes.
Your
I'm
job
like,
is to
dude,
give
I'm
an
like,
alley-oop so
yes.
that sales can then slam dunk that.
Dude, I'm Austin Reeves throwing up an alley-oop to Anthony Davis or LeBron James, and the sales team just slam dunks it. And
So that is kind of
The dumbest thing we've ever heard.
Why we're all doomed.
That is a scary look at the future. Anyway, stay in school, kids. This has been
an example of how we use talent in radio. Everything Johnny just spoke about.
Oh, boy. We are doomed.
I know what they want to see. They want to see us do that like Kendrick Lamar thing was like bing, boom, bam, boom, bam, bing, bang.
That's what they want to see, kids.
That's what people want.
If any educators are listening and would like Johnny to speak at your institution, be it an elementary school, an obedience school, another college, please call. Johnny is available to speak to any classes effective immediately. He's got a whole... who knew he had such a patter down?
All
Allie?
the kids are writing down bing, bong, boom.
Can you say that bing, bong, boom thing again? I'm sorry. I
Write
left
that
off.
on the whiteboard, please.
I got bong.
Bing, boom, bam, boom, bam, bing, bang.
How do we spell that, Johnny?
Something that they really understand. It's our bread and butter. It's all we got.
All we got. That's all we got, guys. That's it. It's our bread and butter. That's all we got.
I forgot what we were talking about right there, but yeah.
We're experiencing the same things that everybody else is. Whether it's wildfires, elections, homeless, Allie's son gets sick a lot or gets hurt a lot. So
Are you
does
just
the mom
riffing
in
right
Santa
now?
Maria.
The whole thing is a riff. You're not supposed to stand up there with a piece of paper. I'm gonna look so unprofessional if I did that.
Homeless. Allie's kid gets sick a lot.
But
by
yeah,
the
it
way.
doesn't seem like you're staying on the topic.
Yeah, what is the point
Like,
you're
what
making
direction
here?
are you going?
Didn't the first thing you said?
darts at something?
No, that was talking about like relating and connecting with the community, and I was like, we're like the average Joe. Allie's a mom that has a kid that gets sick and hurt too.
Oh, that's
like,
what you're...
7 to call and to text, and if you got nice things to say, like 951 who said Klein's hair looks like a possum I saw dead on the road this morning. You can use the text line for that. But first, let's get to your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
All right, it's still years away, but the city of LA is trying to prepare for the Olympic Games in 2028. And they've made some announcements, some updates about where some of the games are going to be held. The Rose Bowl just sealed their deal to host the soccer games, which is exciting. The men's and women's semifinal and final matches are going to be held at the historic venue. But they have run into some problems with other sports because the city's so broke they can't afford to build any new structures to host the games. So some of them are technically taking place outside of LA County, and some of them are outside of California altogether. For example, the equestrian games are going to be held in Temecula, and the canoeing and kayaking events they announced are going to take
LA
place...
River. Come on, LA River.
Wouldn't that be great?
I would love it.
Oklahoma City.
What?
Yeah, that's where they're having the canoeing and kayaking games.
The Los Angeles Olympics of 2028. What is going to happen there in Oklahoma?
Canoeing and kayaking games are going to take place in Oklahoma City. I'm like, is that the closest area that has access
we have
to
Silver
like a
Lake? Wait, Silver Lake. You've got the Hollywood, the reservoir.
Well,
we
even
got a
like
lot
there's
of water.
another river. You need a good river too.
We got the LA River. Said it already.
But even like the Sacramento River or something, like isn't there a California river that would work? We have to go all the way to Oklahoma. It just seems silly. And then LA is not going to get that good boost from the profit, people staying in those hotel rooms and all that stuff in LA County. So it's like LA is already having to give away some of their profit to other counties and other states because we're not able to really host.
Have they,
there is kayaking.
They never heard of the river in Irvine, California, known as Wild Rivers. Hello, it's right here, guys. What are we doing? Going to Oklahoma?
And they're in the wave pool, and they've all capsized.
Move it over to the lazy river. Done and done.
All right, if you've been watching White Lotus, then you're probably thinking a lot more about incest than you thought you were.
Hey, I'm glad you brought that up because next hour we'll get into a little oops, it's incest. People that accidentally realized that they almost hooked up or matched with a relative on a dating app. We learned a lot about that 23andMe stuff. Allie one time slept with a second step cousin that she's very proud of. We'll hear your stories coming up next hour because apparently incest is all the rage these days because White Lotus and HBO has
spoiler alert, by the way.
I
wasn't even there
yet. Omar, it doesn't matter. First of all,
incest, that's all you need to know.
You think HBO has a recipe that they do, and I know it's technically Max now, whatever, it's HBO. They, if you remember early in Game of Thrones, they had the incest storyline as well. Like, get people talking. HBO loves to get people talking, so what are the most taboo topics we can do? And they go back to that well of nudity and incest. They go to it every time.
Well, season 1 was butt stuff, a lot of butt stuff.
Season 1 of White Lotus.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there's a lot of male frontal, which I feel like always gets headlines.
A reaction.
Yes,
right.
Exactly. Because obviously female frontal is always going to be exciting for anybody, but when you get a good male frontal, people just never shut up about it, even if it's like a half second. But there's one group that is not happy about the new season of White Lotus, and that would be Duke. Because the family, Parker Posey and the incest family, they are all big fans of Duke. And,
love Duke.
And the dad is always wearing a big Duke shirt, big Duke sweatshirt, whatever. And he's having a really hard time in the season. And there is a point where, he's got a weapon put up against his head.
Yeah.
And the big reaction online was White Lotus has just blessed us with an all-time meme if Duke loses early in the tournament.
So funny.
Or anything like that. If they have a bad season, like everyone's going to go to that. And Duke is kind of going, hey, you guys are taking this trademark a little too far.
No, I think what happened, what I heard was, I thought Duke approved, I'm not really sure how it works, but I thought they had to get approval to use Duke.
They
as
did.
The school, and the episode starts. The guy's super successful. He's
I don't think that
wealthy.
they gave them that much context as to how, like, what was going to happen after.
Sure. So someone saw this and goes, "Oh, this will be great. This will be great."
And you're like, this family is a mess.
We got White Lotus. We got March Madness. This is going to be a great month for Duke. But then that family fell apart pretty quickly, and Duke is getting all the glory.
And then finally, the invite list for Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez's wedding has been announced. I am shocked to reveal to you that none of us are on the invite list, but
let me guess. It's like Oprah, Kim Kardashian, Richard Branson.
Oprah Winfrey and Gail.
Oh, and Gail. Yeah, of course.
Ivanka Trump. Yeah, Oprah. You're right about that. But then there are some surprises on here, like Orlando Bloom. I'm like, okay. And then Katy Perry.
Well, because she's flying up in that spaceship.
I guess. Eva Longoria and Jewel. I'm like, Jewel.
We should send him a gift anyway, I think.
Well, and I really want to take a deep dive into this list and be like, is there any degrees of separation here? Is there anybody that we think might just be like, yeah, I'll go solo, and they were given a +1 or a +4 or something? You never know with these rich people weddings, and we still can find a way to get to Italy and get to that wedding.
Sneak in to be someone's +1 at the Bezos wedding.
Just because I want to eat and drink my face off.
Yeah. If only we were more successful, famous, or attractive, we could have made that list.
I don't know. You never know with your hair. It could change everything.
But here we are. Get into a brand new hour of the show. Perhaps the greatest hour of your life. We will prove that to you in 4 minutes after Green Day right here on KROQ.
101.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Oops, it was incest. We'll get to that later this morning on the show. That's a theme, apparently, and even if you have a story that you haven't shared with many people, as you were just on Hinge or Bumble and you swiped around and you realize, oh my God, I just connected with a sibling, or maybe you never went past that, but everyone's got at least that one story, maybe. Allie's went all the way. We'll get into that coming up later this morning. If you never heard it, the tale of Allie and her second step cousin.
Yeah, it was a second step cousin, not related by blood, so free reign, baby.
So we will get into that a little bit later this hour on the show. Of course, Jake is going to reveal to us his menu for his last supper before he starts taking the weight loss drug shots. He's got one final meal, which I think we're going to do tomorrow. Also, we should point out tomorrow, Lie Day Friday returns to KROQ.
He's not going to eat over the weekend?
It's a good question. Jake, are you allowed to load up and eat as much as you can now before you get the shot on Monday? Or is this going to be really like the Last Supper? Like you're going to have one giant feast tomorrow with all your favorite foods and then that's game over?
No, I'm allowed. I'm hoping that I have enough leftovers that'll last me the whole weekend.
Oh, yeah, so you can just have the biggest last meal ever that'll last you all weekend. I love it.
Yeah.
We will get to all that coming up later this hour. But first, a message where someone contemplated whether or not they should spend any more time with our show in the morning.
Okay, first of all, I just accidentally dialed 800 instead of 844, and it was a sex line. Second of all,
apparently if you dial 800 instead of the actual number for the GOAT line, which is 844-956-GOAT, apparently it takes you to a sex line. I did not know that, but go ahead and use that line.
Second of all, I thought you were really scraping the bottom of the barrel with the pit stop idea, but then after I heard Joyce, that was one of the hardest times I've ever laughed at the show. So great job.
Yeah, just when you think you've given up, you go, I don't get it. This seems like these guys have run out of things, and I can't stand Jake going up to people and smelling their armpits on the hottest day of the week. But then you run into a Joyce, and this was just a sound of that. But
that's what happens when you get off a train in Burbank.
Yeah, Jake smelled her pits, and she said, I don't know if they smell, but I do know they're wet.
After being in the beautiful coolness of Ventura.
This has been a pit stop on KROQ.
Oh, there you go, pit stop. You're going to wipe them now so that I don't have to carry them around anymore.
Ugh, that's Joyce. I get it. I laughed pretty hard,
I'm
too.
going to wipe my pits so I don't have to carry them around anymore.
That was one of the hardest I laughed in a while as well.
The bar went from low to high in an instant.
All right. Well, now that everyone is hungry based on hearing that, we'll find out exactly what Jake has for his Last Supper request. Think about it. Inmate on death row. You're about to go into a hardcore diet. What is your final meal? Jake's going to unveil his, and we'll make it happen. We'd love to hear from you as well. It's KROQ. We are Klein Alley's show. Good morning. and Allie Show. Think about it for a second. Perhaps you give yourself a cheat day every once in a while. You say, I'm not going to even count calories. I'm going to eat whatever the hell I want, as much of it as I want, because maybe you know that you're about to, I don't know, be deployed. I mean, there's certain reasons in your life where you'd say, I'm just going to eat whatever I want because I'm not going to get it for a while. I'm going away. I'm about to start a diet. Sometimes people do this before the end of the year because they go, I'm going to start eating healthy, but today I'm going to send it off. Jake's about to start taking the weight loss drug because he got to his all-time fattest. Are you still very north of 200? Are you continuing to climb? I know this morning you ripped your fat pants.
Yeah, that happened. Wasn't stoked about it, but I haven't stepped on the scale because I'm afraid.
Well, I think before you officially start the weight loss drug, you need to weigh yourself because you need to know where you started. So that you.
I'll do that, but until then, I don't need to see it.
This is Jake on the scale, by the way. 3, 500, 600, we got 700. Yeah. Jake, but in all seriousness, you know, we are part of the reason because we talked about it on the show, and then the fine people at Lasara, am I saying it right? I don't know. You've changed the pronunciation 40 times. But anyway, Lasara, they're going to help you out, and they're going to give you the shot, and as a result, your appetite's going to shrink. So we want to send you off with one final real meal, the Last Supper. What do you have? I know we asked you to come up with a menu. We talked about it a little bit yesterday in the Showtime podcast, but the Showtime podcast was all messed up yesterday because for all sorts of weird technical reasons.
Hey, guys. I just wanted to thank you so much for the Showtime podcast you put out today. It was wonderful for the first 30 seconds, and then Miles, the DJ filling in for Nicole Alvarez, decided to tape over whatever your Showtime was. Yeah. So we got to hear him say, Joe, performing at Coachella about 5,000 times. Thank you so much. Awesome show, guys.
Thank you.
Do more better.
We should do more better. So apologies yesterday. That was
there was a feed bleeding into another feed while we were recording Showtime. We didn't know until after we were done, and then and even it was posted, and then it was like, oh, whoopsie.
People were very upset. I mean,
okay, it's Wednesday. I'm listening to a podcast, today's podcast to be exact, and I had the Showtime queued up. It was there. Today's Showtime was there. I queued it up. The podcast ended, and the Showtime didn't show itself. Where did it go? Where did it go? What did you guys do?
Yeah, we had to delete it. I don't know. So the file was corrupted or something. It's Miles.
Well, there was no way to fix it.
It's
you
Miles.
can't separate
It's Miles'
the tracks.
fault.
So, am I tripping, or did you guys have a Showcast and then it got taken down?
That's right.
Am I wrong? Did I see wrong?
It was there, and now it's gone.
Yeah, but to anyone who's interested, we do a weekly Showtime podcast, which is all the things that we can't say on the air. We can swear, and we can even get nude with each other, and that happens every Wednesday, normally.
So Jake broke down his theory as to how he was going to put together his Last Supper menu, one final meal before he starts the weight loss drug.
Yeah, and we were trying to talk him out of just doing pizza, because pizza, while, it's great, it can be limiting. You want to really widen your palate. You want to try all different things.
So I have curated a special menu.
Go ahead, whatever you want. I'm going to write these down because...
Just before you get into this, how much is this going to cost us?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't take into to account cost.
All right, starting with 6 lobster rolls.
But I did not put lobster roll on there.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jake.
All right.
Whatever you want. This is his big Last Supper before he starts jabbing himself with the weight loss stuff.
4 appetizers.
Okay.
We're starting with a 7-piece jalapeno poppers from Jack in the Box with 3 ranches.
Jesus Christ.
We need chicken wings, preferably boneless, with blue cheese. If it's good blue cheese, if it's garbage, ranch will suffice.
You don't have a preference as to where, because we're going to have to split this up, divide and conquer to get your whole menu together.
I don't care.
So the boneless wings you'll take from anywhere, as long as the blue cheese has got good dipping sauce.
Yeah. A soft pretzel with beer cheese.
Soft pretzel, beer cheese.
This is all just in the appetizer section?
Yes, this is appetizers. Calamari.
Oh, my God.
Fried calamari?
Yes.
That's trash, man.
Yeah, fried calamari sucks.
I like it.
I bet you Jake likes those octopus pieces, too, that everyone else puts.
Oh, no, I like the rings.
Yeah.
I'm going to encrust it in amber.
Yeah. I'm going to put that on display on my bookshelf.
And 1 Del Taco taco.
Oh, my God.
It's just annoying at this point now. Because now
it's
we
just
gotta,
so many different
So
places.
that's all just your appetizer
Those are
section?
the appetizers. We're moving on to the entree.
Okay.
You should save this whole thing for your next commercial for Lasara. Jesus Christ. All right, here we go. We got
Do they sell calamari at Trader Joe's? How are you going to get all this?
No, we'll order from a place. There's got to be... Every once in a while, there's like one of those weird ghost kitchen places that just makes everything, like all different genres.
Yeah, we got to find that.
But I think I know where I want to get you the boneless wings from, because there's a good place that Jake will like. All right, moving on.
All right, for the entree, the special pesto pie with meatball and pepperoni added from Vito's Pizza, a.k.a. the Jake Dill Special.
Oh, my God.
And since that is so rich, we need a second normal pizza, either cheese or pepperoni, with hot honey on top for a palate cleanser.
Jake.
Now I regret telling him.
Moving
not
on
to
to
just go with
sides.
Sides. Sides are
You have many of them.
spilling out the side of your pants right now. Your sides are.
The sides
hold on.
include-
I'm still writing down the second pizza. Hold on. Jesus Christ. Hold on. Second pizza for palate cleansing. I understand that.
818 wants to come have the Last Supper with us, and we'll bring calamari. Should we have this be potluck style?
Oh, yeah, maybe we'll just do potluck style. I'm sure lawyers will get involved in this again and shut it down. We told you no listeners can have calamari in your studio.
Ugh.
You guys know that. Yeah,
All
maybe,
right,
maybe we'll
sides.
do potluck style if you want to come and bring a dish. You
That
can
would
eat-
be nice,
eat with
yeah.
Jake. Just keep your arms and hands away from Jake's mouth during this process.
Nom, 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 nom.
Go
Okay, sides, go on.
Sides include Hush Puppies, Olive Garden breadsticks with Alfredo dipping sauce,
What breadsticks?
Olive Garden,
Oh, my God. How-
McDonald's fries,
He's
and
right
those
up.
shoestring onion frizzle things from Wood Ranch.
Oh, my God.
From Wood.
It's like, just can take all day to go to all these places. Jake, this
For
is...
dessert,
Oh,
Did I just hear your dog run away from you?
she's scared right now.
For dessert. That's like her cue to get up and run.
me?
Go ahead.
For dessert, a coconut macaroon, esquites, which is elote in a cup for you white people, and one bite of English toffee because I'll probably be full by then.
One bite of English
You're
toffee.
so weird, dude.
You are going to be crapping your brains out all
and
weekend.
a single piece of celery, again, for a palate cleanser and much needed fiber to help with digestion.
Okay.
So, and what about you didn't give us a beverage at all?
I'll have Franziskaner, please.
Your beer of choice.
Why are you adding more things, Klein?
I
You
don't-
forgot the drinks.
All right.
What are you doing?
All right. What about the amuse-bouche, Jake? Would you like someone to start this off with?
Let's do some ramen.
Ramen.
Okay. All right. There you
Why
have
you
it.
start with ramen? It's going to
Or-
fill you up.
The
We can
greatest.
also go for al pastor taco with the pineapple.
All right. The greatest Last Supper since Jesus happening tomorrow, I guess. Jake,
Jesus would have died of diabetes.
Yeah, we may need to do this on that whole cross would have tipped right over. Jake, we may need to do this on Monday, dude, because I'm telling you, I don't think we can get all this stuff by tomorrow. I want to help you out. I really do. But
the nails just come out.
I don't think we could. I don't think we could do it.
What are you talking about?
It's too
Monday
much.
I have to take the shot.
When are you taking the shot on Monday?
Like in the middle of the day, it might have an adverse effect with all the food in me already.
All right. We'll figure this out. Unbelievable. We come right back.
Man finds way to bypass the entire weight loss system.
Tickets for you. You pick your ticket after this quick break. You want to see Ricky Gervais at the Bowl? You want to see Papa Roach and Rise Against this Friday at the Forum? The choice is yours. We're asking for your oops, it was incest stories. Accidental. Oops, I almost hooked up with a relative. Did hook up with a relative. Found that after the fact. It's all the rage these days. We'll get to your stories next.
Welcome to the show! Every hour from 9 to 6, step up to the plate for a KROQ Grand Slam. Knock it out of the park and score a pair of tickets for Magic Mountain and Knott's Berry Farm. There's the pitch. Hit a home run and instantly get your name on the draft list for a chance to get a Grand Slam. A 4-pack of 2025 gold passes with an all-parks passport. A Major League victory, giving you unlimited visits all season long to all Six Flags parks. Keep listening to win.
Welcome back to Major League Baseball. Sort of.
KROQ. Not a winner? Score the most thrilling deals on tickets and passes when you visit sixflags.com or Knotts.com today.
Hey, anyone know how to play this thing? Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Didn't you start this whole thing by saying people have a short attention span?
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
I think we got a bing bong boom.
I have thrown a little spice. I sympathize with Allie's long questions because when I get in front of it, when I'm standing up there,
Yeah.
I'm like, I just want to keep talking.
And then
I
you're
wanna
like,
keep
what am I
going.
saying? I don't even know.
There was one time I did that.
Anyway, a lot of the text line is overflowed with comments about this. Johnny, of course, speaking at UCLA. This is just some of it.
They're like, Allie's son gets sick a lot or gets hurt a lot. So does the mom in Santa Clarita. A great question. Thank you.
You chopped that up. You chopped that
Who
up.
asked that question? What was the question?
This other girl named Allie that was wearing a hoodie that said orgy. She had asked the question.
What was the question?
I honestly don't remember, but
Great.
But great question.
All right, here we go.
Johnny, I'd love to know, like, do you feel safe at these events with, like, the general public?
Do you feel safe? That's an interesting question.
So this woman, was one because she wanted to do public events with her
Brazzers.
With Brazzers, and she was like, "Hey, do you guys feel safe at your events? And what do you do to feel safe at events?"
Hold on, they had someone from Brazzers speaking?
Yeah.
Man, I should have gone to that.
Totally. Another great insight, and this does happen.
Another great insight.
Jesus Christ, John.
So as a guy, I don't really feel threatened when I meet listeners. Some people are sketchier than others. I'm not going to lie. Some of them have way more crazier piercings. Some of them have crazy colored hair. And some of them just look like they're living in a trailer off of Hacienda.
Don't you live? Hold on, Johnny. Don't you live in a trailer?
Yeah,
Isn't your hair colored?
Yeah. But my hair is a natural color, not like
described
purple.
yourself.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So I had rights.
This is why I don't like the difference between Johnny in his 20s and someone in their 70s is like the weird kids with the purple hair.
Exactly.
Yeah. Karina, you're on KROQ. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, what can we do for you?
So I'm a special education teacher, and I think Johnny would be great in my classroom.
I agree. Hold on one second.
Bing bong, bing bong.
Yeah, John.
That's not teaching, that's just being.
Yeah, John.
Hey, you got a rhythm with the tism, man.
Hold on, are you inviting Johnny to speak or to join the class?
Maybe both.
Okay. All right, hold on. Get her information. I love it. All right, once again,
Keep going. Let's get it going.
So as professionals, we try to really identify, okay, let's not judge a book by its cover.
Oh, my God. Johnny is...
Did you call yourself a professional?
Yeah, I was laughing and I was sneering to Jennifer. I was like, oh, my God, I said professional.
As a professional.
That's so funny.
As a professional, insert cliche here.
Yeah. Professionals, we try to really identify, okay, let's not judge a book by its cover, but at the same time, our guards are up. So there's been a time or two where we're in a big parking structure right off Hollywood, and I was like, Allie, let me walk you to your car real quick. Like, let me go with you, right? Like, I think of Allie and Vanessa as kind of like older sister and another older sister.
Thanks so much, Johnny. Love that.
You could have just said older sisters.
An older sister and another older sister.
I almost thought mom. I was like, am I going to say mom? But
I was like, is he going to say mom? But then you just graced me with another older sister.
What a terrible question. Older and an older, grosser sister.
You need to be the dumbest person in every room you walk in.
Are you looking in the mirror when you say this?
Yes, dude.
This is his parting advice for the class. This is his big speech at the end.
This is the big speech at the end. Maybe some Braveheart music, Omar, anything inspirational as we listen to Johnny's words of wisdom for the future. He's speaking to a class at UCLA. This is not a joke. I'm not sure how this got accepted. I think that whole school... That is the appropriate music. All right, here we go.
You need to be the dumbest person in every room you walk in, especially in this industry. That's what I've learned. You need to be the person that knows the least. I don't know anything. I don't. You need to be very dumb. That's the beauty in learning and the beauty of just being young, too. Not knowing. Nobody knows. What I've learned so far, nobody has any idea what they're doing.
You mean you're taking it all in?
Take everything.
Wait. She's like, how do I translate what he's saying?
Play it back.
Because he's saying, be dumb. Don't
You need
learn.
to be a sponge. And another thing you really need to do is fail.
Yep.
Fail. Write down, you must fail. Because you must fail. You can only fail about so many times.
You've already hit your limit, pal.
Before you hit a success. I did. That chicken video just didn't happen overnight.
Yes, it did.
That's true, bro. I ate with that, bro. That was so hard, bro.
You too can put chicken down your pits, but you have to fail.
Yes.
I did. That chicken video just didn't happen overnight. It's just what comes to you when you're the dumbest in the room and you soak up what everybody wants to teach you.
Yep.
These guys that failed a lot, they worked in way more than I could count different markets all across America before they landed here. Don't ever be the smartest, because if you're ever the smartest in the room, you're in the wrong room. You need to be the dumbest.
I was going to say, for Felicio Salad, we can definitely collab with some porn stars.
Yes. I mean, that was
there we go. That's Johnny.
Dude,
What a fascinating look into the teachings. Everyone just got a free college course at UCLA.
Yes. You know what's crazy? Somebody paid $6,000 worth of quarterly tuition to hear me talk in their class.
To hear you say, don't learn anything, just fail.
Yes, that's so dumb.
Beautifully said.
I want my money back.
Oh, man, more food has just arrived here. You guys are the worst.
Oh, yay!
Following conversation may not be suitable for any human being, but if you're wondering why you're seeing a lot about incest these days, it's because of the show White Lotus. And we're going to play you a clip of the show. I don't think it's going to give anything away. I know people were upset earlier. They thought we spoiled stuff. Really, the show
They've been alluding to it since the first episode.
Right. It's a weird show that always does weird things, and they always figure out a way to push the envelope of decorum and everything else, which we've been accused of doing as well. And in the most recent episode, something went down between a couple of brothers. Blood brothers. But, I mean, yeah, they're actors. One of them is played by Schwarzenegger's kid, I believe.
Yeah, Patrick Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Anyway, the point is that we wanted to hear your stories because I do think that people now are feeling empowered. If they had an oopsies moment or if they had a...
Not oopsies.
Accidental or could have been or got away from it at the last minute or didn't realize till later in life, we're going to give you a chance to talk about that. You can be anonymous, up for grabs. We've got tickets for you to go see Papa Roach Rise Against Friday at the Kia Forum, or if you'd rather, you can go to the Hollywood Bowl, see Ricky Gervais on May 31st.
And also, I would count having sex with a stepbrother or stepsister, somebody that you're not blood related to, but that is considered family.
Allie claims that hers was totally kosher because it was a second step cousin, but she knew going into it
that she was a cousin.
That it was a second step cousin.
Yes,
and that didn't
she
stop you from
lived in
hooking up.
Ohio and was sexually curious, and I was like the
What
big
you're saying
lesbo
is-
from California
But
who was going
Allie-
to show her the way.
What you're saying is great. You are the big lesbo from California.
Ah?
But everything you're saying is irrelevant to once you learn the fact that she is your second step cousin.
Well,
for
she
some
got
people.
very attached. I had to push her away.
Well, that's called family tree attachment. It's a very different type of attachment.
She's very attached
She's very
to my
attached.
lineage.
You know, all clingy and lineagey and all that. So this is the scene from White Lotus. Then we'll take your calls at 800-520-1067. And no judgment here, just like they say in this scene. We had to beep some of this. So once again, just understand what you're listening to now could be offensive to many, but take a listen.
Are you kidding me? That was my little brother.
Yeah, and you guys made out.
That was a joke.
What part was a joke?
You guys forced us to.
I didn't force him to you off.
Okay. Aggressive scene for sure.
And the music.
But
Incest.
once again, this is just one of the things that makes that show so effing weird, and that's why incest is becoming a buzzword these days.
That never happened. What the did you give us anyway?
God, I don't think there's a drug in the world that would make me get with my brother. Hey, I don't judge, okay? Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Everyone has their thing. It's fine.
No, it's not a thing. It's not a thing. It's definitely not a thing. Okay? It's not.
All right, there you
He
have
got
it.
so
There's-
Seinfeldy at the end.
there's
It's not a thing. It's not a thing. It was never a thing. I'm not incesty.
Not incesty at all.
2-0. He's my little brother. It's not a thing.
Not a
Come
thing.
on.
Come on. I was doing it for
So
you
is he
guys.
doing a threesome or not?
It's not a thing. It's definitely not a thing. Okay? It's not.
Not a thing.
208 said, my fiance is a neonatal genetic counselor, and you'd be amazed how common incest babies are. It's insane.
That's the fear, right? Is that a lot of it, I think, is accidental. I don't think people have some weird kink that they're trying to explore. I think it's just like, hey, we met through an app, and I think that in some weird, strange way, on a very like ancestral level, you are connected to people that resemble you in a weird way. Like Allie's wife, for all I could tell, you guys probably are related because you guys look like each other.
Well, I don't think we always looked like each other, though. We've been together for a long time, so you start morphing into the same person.
Let me say hi to Isabel. We'll start with you. No judgment here. Oops, it was incest. You're on KROQ. Good morning.
Good morning, Sweet Divot.
Sweet Tabs, what happened to you?
So when my husband and I very first started dating, we were actually very distant cousins.
Were? I think once you are, you just are.
We were cousins through marriage, through somebody else getting married.
And did you know that before everything began, or was it one of those fun, like, oh, well, look at that. Look what we found out.
No, we found out after. So my dad was married to this woman. And when we first got together, of course, you know, you add everybody on Facebook and do that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband saw that my stepmom was tagged in, like, pictures with his family. And he's like,
oh,
"Hold on."
wow.
That's one way to put it together.
Tagged in the same family pictures. That's funny.
And then,
Yeah.
but now since then, they have divorced, so you're no longer now cousins through marriage, right?
No, yeah, they
Okay.
divorced,
Well,
like,
it's helpful.
shortly after me and him got together.
That's
so.
how, yeah, they didn't want to be a part of the freak show. I
The
get
other
it.
thing about cousins, Klein, is in the British family, aren't they all marrying cousins still? Keeps the family lineage pure.
Tammy on KROQ. Oops, it was incest. All the rage because of White Lotus. What's up?
Hi. So my story is that when I was like a kid, I used to make out with my god sister. I don't know if that counts or not.
God sister.
but-
That's
When I was
not-
a kid, I used to make
Hold
out.
on, let me think about that. God sister, there's really no blood relationship there.
No, but I mean, it's a
family.
close family friend to the point where you feel like your family in a way.
I think you can feel okay about that.
Yeah, I mean, she was still the only girl I've made out with.
Yeah, I get it.
Once you keep it in the family, you can't go outside. Feels wrong.
Let me say hi to Brian. You're on KROQ. If you're wondering why you're seeing a lot about incest these days, it's because of a specific scene that happened this past weekend in White Lotus, but it's not going to give anything away if you're not yet watching the show or if you want to catch up on it. There's just some weird family dynamics in that show, like there is every season. But what's up, Brian?
Sweet Dibbs, everybody.
Sweet Dibbs, what's up?
So I dated a girl. I met her on an app, just like you were talking about. And a few months into it, I found out that she's actually my cousin-in-law, and we were at the same wedding 20-something years prior.
Nice.
And how we found out was
strange
Facebook.
response.
Facebook made all the connections. It was really creepy. Like, you're related to so-and-so, and they're related to you. And then my mom, the same day, was like, oh, so-and-so is married to this person. I'm like, that's her brother's name.
So did you break it off?
Yeah, we ended up dating for 2 years, but the thing is, she was actually adopted, and I didn't find that until later.
That's a benefit.
That's even better, yeah.
So you always hope for that.
It is weird, though, when you're so connected through family, because then if you break up, you're still going to see each other at the next wedding or the next family reunion, you know what I mean?
Hey, Mark on KROQ. Good morning, Mark. What's up?
Hey, how's it going, Klein Alley?
Fine.
So my mom has 6 kids, right? And my 2 younger sisters have a different dad. Their grandparents on their father's side are from Mexico, and they're cousins. They're first cousins. They're born in like a small town.
Well, the town is small enough. I guess it's okay, right?
No, but there's not a lot of people to pick from.
Right, and it seems like limited options. I go with a cousin, at least over a sibling. It's a move in the right direction.
I mean, when it came to starting society, Klein, there weren't that many people, and you had to breed.
Allie's an incest defender now, if you're just joining us this morning on the show, because she's the only one I know that has been with a cousin by choice.
Yeah, but according to 747, blood, if it's not blood related, then it doesn't count.
I think some people would say that's true, and others would say that it's still borderlines on weird or creepy. You're on KROQ. Hi.
Good morning.
You're calling for the segment that is called Oops, It Was Incest, so we'll let you take it from here.
Oops, it wasn't incest. Yeah, I threw a rave, San Bernardino.
Based on what you said so far, I'm going to say it was incest, but go ahead.
My sister actually attended that rave. I made out with a whole bunch of girls that night. One of them could have been my sister, but she says no.
And were people in like masks or costumes, or were you just everyone's all jammed up? It was dark. Like, what exactly was the situation where that could have accidentally happened? And by could have, I mean did.
Yeah, it's like 90s rave, glow sticks, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So, how sure were you that you made out with your own sister?
I'm pretty sure that I did not.
If you're calling us now to tell us the story, I think you're pretty sure that you did, but you're telling yourself you did not because there was a chance you did not. But clearly this has been in your head now for over 20 years.
Correct.
Right. So it must come. And she insists that it didn't happen as well, but she was probably also on drugs.
Yeah, we were. Yep.
See, this is what's going on with White Lotus right now.
Right.
And it's like, we were messed up. We were on drugs. Who remembers?
And let me ask you a question. Was she a good kisser?
Probably.
Okay. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you.
I think it's weird when people say it out loud. It starts to all hit them. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, when you tell somebody out loud. 818 said, I'm a psychologist, and incest happens a lot between cousins. Most people do not discuss this with most people, but it's very common.
That's why we're giving you the forum right now. Becky, we give you the final word here, and then we're going to give away some tickets so you can bring your favorite relative with you to see Ricky Gervais. What's up?
So when I was 16, I dated this guy for 6 months, and then I found out that he was my stepbrother.
Whoa.
And then after I found out he was my stepbrother, I dated him for 6 months just to spite my dad.
Oh, revenge dating. This will show him.
I love him, Daddy.
But you guys are kind of related, but also kind of not. That is that weird gray area. Well, if this has not been a good promotion for White Lotus, I don't know what is, but...
Yeah, but I have step-siblings, and making out or hooking up with them, the idea of that is truly, like, that counts. That's your family.
Thank you for the interaction this morning. Give some tickets away, Vanessa. It's KROQ.
Please don't fact check that. Klein Alley Show. Mornings on KROQ.
Hey, it's Allie. One of my favorite hobbies that a lot of people don't know about, I love video games. So I'm particularly
to your life. It's opening day here in Los Angeles for the Dodgers. We got a Grand Slam coming your way at 9 a.m. Tickets for you to get into 2 parks, Magic Mountain, Knott's Berry Farm, and you'll have your chance to start winning those tickets with us in 10 minutes right here on the World Famous KROQ. KROQ, we are Klein Alley's show. Lots to get into and tickets for you in about 5 minutes. So be ready to call the numbers to join the show or to text 800-520-1067. Let's find out what's going on in the world together on this opening day for Dodgers baseball.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
All right, so if you want free eggs for a year, it's something we gave away on the show just last week.
I can't talk about it ever again.
Well, we did give away eggs. That did happen.
I don't think we can mention that ever again.
Yes, we can. And not a lot of people are giving away free eggs anymore, Klein, because of the egg shortage. And that now includes Walmart. Grocery stores are starting to send out those Easter meal kits and say, hey, look at all you can get for $43. A nice Easter feast for you and your family. Last year, Walmart's kit included an 18-pack of eggs along with ingredients to make deviled eggs. But this year, they have removed eggs from their menu. So you no longer have the deviled egg.
I'm going to be eggless.
Yeah, they're going eggless. And the other thing...
Big mistake.
That is the companies that specialize in egg dye kits and other egg-related activity sets around
No one's wasting a perfectly good egg now on coloring them.
They
If my kid tried to color an egg, I'd say, get out of here with that.
they said that they're bracing for a big dip in sales. And a lot of those companies, Easter dye kits are like their bread and butter. It's one of the times of year that they make the most amount of money. And they think that there's going to be a big issue with selling as many kits this year because nobody's buying eggs anymore. Even though, personally, I think the whole bird flu thing is over.
Well, it is over, but for whatever reason...
Don't you dare mush a bird flu.
They're maximizing their profit. And now, if you want to do a real Easter egg hunt, forget about kids with the plastic eggs full of candy. Let adults go looking for real eggs. You want to see real excitement right there. If I could go find a dozen eggs and not have to pay $9, I'd be thrilled.
And did you hear about, I forget where in L.A. it was, but they just rescued a bunch of chicks. There was like these abandoned chicks. They just found them all in a tree or something. There's like 70
Chicks in oil?
Chicks in oil.
Right up and Kevin.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah.
But like, reading that headline, I would just be like, oh, whatever. But now I'm like, dude, we got to get one of those chicks. What are they going to do with them all?
Well,
you got to get one of the chicks, raise them, make them, lay eggs, and then we can cash in on the profit.
Got to impregnate them. It's a whole thing.
Well, are you going to do your diligence?
Whatever we have to do to get some eggs around here.
With that hair, you kind of look like a rooster.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Come on over here, chickadoos.
All right, that's right. Thank you. That's,
impregnate some hens, all right?
One of the many things I've been called today on the show.
All right. This is, oh,
Excuse
you're ready.
me. Excuse me.
You're fluffing your feathers, I can tell.
Clearing my throat here.
So this is yet another TikTok trend, and even though it's something that I've been doing for a long time, you get in your car. What do you listen to? Do you turn on the radio? Do you listen to a podcast? Do you put on a playlist?
Definitely not the radio.
Forget about it, right? Now more and more people are praising the idea of driving in silence.
Oh, yeah, the raw dog.
The raw dog drives home, especially after a long day. On TikTok, more and more people are talking about their love for quiet car rides, and they do make it seem quite enticing. They say people often drive home listening to nothing but their own thoughts, and then it helps them decompress. And according to experts, it's good for you. Music or podcasts might provide a buffer between you and your thoughts.
Why are you reporting this story?
And for many people, it's a welcome distraction.
Counterproductive for what we're trying to do here.
Society is pressuring us to always feel like we need to be mentally stimulated.
Yeah, you need to always be listening to KROQ. Always. You never know what you could win.
But think about all the discoveries you could make mentally, emotionally, and even physically just by being alone with your own thoughts. And some of your best ideas could come to you when you give your brain ample time to just have wandering thoughts.
I'll tell you something. No one's ever been alone with their own thoughts and ended up with Chili Peppers tickets, okay? So you want to win stuff? You forget your thoughts for a second. Your thoughts aren't getting you to Magic Mountain and Knott's Berry Farm in 2 minutes.
Klein,
we are.
Why don't you put together a list of 5 reasons why you should listen to our show rather than drive home in silence?
I've done silence before when my radio was busted in my car, and it is terrible.
Well, that's because your mind is racing all the time. You probably need to listen in silence.
No, you don't need your own thoughts.
Yes, you do. Sometimes I just want to hear nothing and see nothing and say nothing.
If you have your own thoughts, you got to deal with what's going on in your head, in your world. If you hear Allie's thoughts, you think to yourself, I'm not as dumb as that woman, and then you feel better about yourself.
Good, yeah.
So it's actually, I will argue with whatever doctor put this thing together and talk about why listening to our show is way, way better for your mental health.
Yeah,
than
but
listening
Klein,
to your
doesn't
own thoughts.
part of you think, hey, the day has ended and I have not processed even 1 minute of it?
No. You process later in life on your deathbed.
No, but I think this is why my memory sucks, is because I don't even think about what happened today.
Well, they say...
I just go to bed.
There's one of those stupid idiots that says something along the lines of, at the end of the day, you write down everything you did all day. Just write it all down. Even if it's not anything significant, you just write down. I woke up, wanted to have an egg, but I didn't have any egg money, so I had a glass of water. And then you write down everything you did, and then supposedly that helps you get all the stupid stuff out of your brain.
Oh.
So you have more space for this intelligent
conversation. We should all try and get the
conversation.
stupid stuff out of our brains, because we're just doing it here.
Right.
All right, here's a hobby I can get behind. Mommy marijuana night. This is a way to have less thoughts. Does weed make you a better mom? Does it make you a better person? Some people swear that it does. And new mommy meetup groups are taking off, where a bunch of moms get together, they get high, they do crafts, they mellow out, without their kids, of course. And these Can of Mom groups are now popping up on Facebook and beyond. They have thousands of members, and these groups host regular community events, and they also provide donations for other moms in need. But just listen to some of the moms at one of these events.
You're going to be gifted some joints, you're going to play some games, and you're just going to live your best kid-free life for a couple of hours.
Do you see it now as like a tool in your parenting?
Oh, yeah. I think it definitely helps me stay patient. I actually want to sit down and do stuff with my kids instead of sit and scroll on my phone all day.
Do you get any backlash?
Let's get high. Just, you're a bad mom.
So.
Wow, moms are getting high. This is one of the moms from the Can of Moms group.
Klein Alley, can't hear the baker. Listen, I've been smoking a lot of marijuana.
Yeah,
And I'm super stoned.
All right, good mama.
I wish you guys were on the air right now, because I do miss you guys. I'm just sitting here on my bed. And, you know, I live in a neighborhood that's very clean and quiet, and at night, there are even no crickets or nothing. It's just silent.
There he
And I'm
goes.
sitting on my porch smoking marijuana. I love the Klein and Alley shows. All right, you guys, I see you later, okay?
There she is.
Proud mama.
All right, I miss you. I love you. Yeah.
Mom of the
She's
year.
talking to her kids now.
Get her a mug. Get her a mug. These Can of Mom groups need to be shut down immediately. They sound dangerous.
But of course, it makes you more patient.
Yeah.
There was one time where because I sometimes will take an edible like around the time that my kid goes to bed, knowing that it would kick in like 30 to 45 minutes later.
Yeah, when they mess up their own bedtime, you're like, man, now I'm kicked in and they're still
yes,
up. Oh,
yeah, that
terrible.
happened, and then I was like, whoa, what's going on?
We get
I'm a
into
good mom.
we get into a brand new hour of the show right now. You just keep telling yourself that. If you are caller 20 at 800-520-1067. You're almost as important as a Los Angeles Dodger, because you're about to hit a grand slam into not one but two parks, and we'll do that after this.
Klein Alley Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Good morning. The prequel this year. There's the good news. This week kind of flew by. Tomorrow's Friday, a lie day Friday. Our lie detector guy back in studio. We'll figure out who is responsible for all the drama that led to the note, the dishes left in the sink, and so much more. That'll be one of the many mysteries solved tomorrow. And potentially, just for good measure, we put Allie back on the hot seat and we get her wife back on the phone, because that was fun.
We're just going to do it with me?
I think it was fun. I think we all had fun.
I was
last
literally like, great, I'm glad he's coming in. I know it won't be me.
Well, the day is young. I mean, look, I'm punished enough this week.
Yeah, I know. I think we should give you a break.
Jake's getting the shot in his stomach. He's getting the Last Supper. I mean, it's at some point, Johnny's going to be strapped in, obviously, because we're pretty sure he's the guy who left the dishes in the sink. But
I think we should do Vanessa just
Vanessa.
for fun.
Vanessa,
She's denying she's a kid.
I'm a bad liar.
I know. We don't even need any kind of
Exactly.
detecting.
Vanessa, I think we got to strap you in anyway tomorrow for Lie Day Friday for a couple of reasons, but primarily about the fact that we're all convinced that you're still a child, and you keep claiming you're an adult. But then earlier this morning, when you were referencing my new bleached tips, which look ginger.
Anyone in my age group in the 30s have seen that movie. I'm 33.
She's like telling herself that story.
God.
Like, it sounds like she's trying to remember her backstory. You're 33. You claim you're 33.
You don't need to hold up the numbers with your hands, Vanessa.
Yeah. She's counting on her fingers how old she is.
I mean, who doesn't count with their fingers,
Are
though?
you 33 and a half?
Adults.
Or 33 and 3/4? Or?
I'm 33. I'm going to be 34.
Oh,
God.
Until my
The whole
It's okay,
story.
Vanessa. You can just say, I'm this many.
Yeah. Tomorrow, I guess we'll find out. We got a lot of mysteries to get to the bottom of tomorrow. Don't worry, we'll get a phone book for you to sit on when you do the lie detector test. Don't worry. All right, let's give away some tickets now. Call it 20. Let's give you some good news to kick off this hour of the show. I see secondhand Cindy's waiting on the phone as well. Lots
the
to
day
get,
gets better.
Lots to get to, and we got to spin the wheel and figure out what is this next thing. What Klein's going to do in the lake? What do you mean? What am I going to do in the lake?
Once you get in the lake.
I'm jumping in a freezing cold lake on Saturday.
Yeah, but you can't immediately just turn around and leave.
That's what you do. It's called a polar plunge.
No, we have to make it more fun.
So what do you think I'm going to do? What's going on the wheel?
Well, there's a few things that we're putting on
All
the
right,
wheel.
save it. We'll get to that coming up. Let me say hi to caller 20, which puts us in Azusa. Good morning. Who's this? Hello?
Oh, my God. Yes?
Hi, you are caller 20.
No way, dude. That's crazy.
Congratulations. A grand slam has now officially been hit by you.
Dude, that's just so awesome. I love you guys. I love you, Klein and Alley.
Oh, thank you for that.
We love you.
It means a lot. And more importantly, we get to give you tickets to go to Knott's Berry Farm and Magic Mountain. So hold on, all right?
Oh, my goodness. Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. That's real opening day energy right there. You want to win those tickets again? You'll have another chance every single hour, starting again just after us at 10 a.m. It'll be going on all day long, straight up through 6 p.m. Grand slams all over the place today on the world famous KROQ. Listen live or watch us on YouTube as we're streaming there as well. If you haven't seen these new sweet frosted tips that are turning a color of old pipes, according to a lot of people on the text line, you can check out my hair. It's apparently changing before your very eyes. Someone said earlier I look like broccoli gone bad, which was definitely the look I was going for.
Yeah.
So
that's the picture we showed to the hair people yesterday.
It appears that the great secondhand Cindy is on the phone right now, and whenever she calls, we must stop everything. So go ahead. Hello.
Secondhand Cindy. Hello, Kevin.
Oh, secondhand Cindy, I can tell by your hello that it's you. Good morning.
Yes, and I adore you, Allie.
Are you jumping in the lake with me on Saturday?
Yes, I would like to do that. I'm thinking I should wear a wetsuit because I might have a heart attack.
All right, great. Secondhand Cindy surviving the cold plunge in the lake at Big Bear happening on Saturday could result in the final day of Secondhand Cindy, but I don't think so, because if we've learned anything about you, it's that you're a survivor. You've come close to death so many times, and you've always figured out a way through it.
Oh my gosh, yes, I have. Also, I'm calling in for the incest.
Oh God, what is it? What is it you'd like to add to the incest conversation we had last hour?
Well, I was really going to take this to my grave. I mean, I've got lots of them to go to my grave, but this one, yes. I made out with my brother.
What? In what context? Like, what? How did it happen?
We owned a house up in San Luis Obispo for many years. He went to Cal Poly. He's a very smart person. But what happened is we were drunk.
Right.
Alcohol was involved. And it wasn't like an ongoing thing. It just happened for about, I don't know, probably 30 seconds. And then we just like looked at each other and like, what the F are we doing? You know?
How old were you guys?
Let's see. Back then I was probably like 23, 24. And we are considered, Italian twins. We are 362 days apart.
Right.
Right. Oh, that's cool then.
I mean, I don't know if that's cool.
Yeah, because all the Italians were popping out babies like every year.
Right. I thought it was Irish twin. I thought the Irish took over that name.
Irish. Did I say Italian?
Yeah.
But what? Like, who initiated it?
You know what? It was so long ago, and I don't think either one of us initiated. I don't know. I can't explain it. It's just so weird.
Yeah. All right. Well,
there's no shame.
Vivid memory that you still have all these years later, and
we can't wait to hear more of the secrets that you said you would take to your grave.
Maybe that's a new weekly segment we do is secrets that Cindy thought she was taking to the grave.
Yes. And there are many.
All right,
great.
Love to hear from you as always. You make our day just a little bit brighter every time you call.
Oh, I appreciate it. You guys make my day every day.
The great secondhand Cindy on KROQ, and potentially live in the flesh in a wetsuit on Saturday at the Big Bear Jumping Plunge.
Yes. I will try and get there the best I can.
All right.
At the Big Bear Jumping Plunge.
Whatever.
Yeah. It's the jolly old jumping plunge.
What do you want from us? The show's almost over. I'm tapped out. Maybe we'll find the name here. It's somewhere. It's the Polar
Big
Plunge.
Bear Polar Plunge.
That's what it's called.
And we are at now. Let's just see.
We don't need to check the tote board. We don't need to check the tote board.
$3,121, and we need to get to $5,000 so that Klein will pierce his nipples.
Nipple.
Pull that clip.
Don't put words in my mouth.
More than words.
You know, when I yell things and when any of us say things, and then Omar uses those things against us on the show, he thinks it's all fun. But it is really wreaking havoc on our listeners. Listen to this call we received on the GOAT line about why you cannot listen to this show.
I wanted to share something funny with you guys. Yesterday, I was sitting at the table with my husband having dinner, and I always say Klein's line, rectum and anus.
This is why you got to be careful, because you listen to the show and Omar plays something a few times. Rectum and anus. Like that.
That's pretty good delivery, dude.
Why was anus so much louder than rectum?
I don't even know what that was about.
It's like someone put your finger in there.
I don't even
Why
know
is that?
what that was about. But this poor woman is just trying to have dinner with her husband, and then
Rectum and anus, just randomly sometimes. My husband was sitting at the table eating dinner, and he randomly said rectum and anus. Mind you, he doesn't listen to the show at all. Only I do.
So her husband has no idea, and he doesn't even listen to the show. Now he's saying rectum and anus.
Now I have him saying things from the show without him even knowing where it's from. So yeah, got him to start saying that. So thank you guys.
Thank you for including us in your family's dinner. What a fun table that is.
And sorry for all the uncomfortable conversations of having to explain any of this to someone who doesn't listen.
Isn't it great when you finally convince a friend or a coworker or a boyfriend, girlfriend to start listening, and then you have something, because at the beginning you're just trying to explain why it's funny, and they don't get it, and they just go, it's not funny.
Yeah.
And then they listen, and maybe
and you have to explain, like, well, you had to be there, and
right.
I'm not explaining it well, but something
eventually you wear them down, and this is a good phase right here. This woman's husband is in. He's in the rectum and anus phase, and then he'll move on, and then by tomorrow at this time, Omar will be playing me yelling nipple 3 times.
He'll be in the Ed Sheeran phase.
How do we donate to the? We're not donating anymore to the nips, guys. The donations are closed.
The link is in our bio at Klein Alley Show on Instagram.
By the way, it's already. Exactly. It's already a foregone conclusion. He said he was going to match the $2,500, so we have $5,000.
Until it says 5,000, we don't have 5,000. So I don't care what Vanessa's coming in here with some.
Klein is going to be a stickler about this. We need to get to 5,000 before Saturday.
Vanessa came in here with some jibber jabber about Blind Charlie's good for the money, but he can't put it in until next week. I don't.
Well, because the person who helps him do things on the computer doesn't help him until Monday.
Whatever. That's his problem.
Not whatever.
It is.
Do it for the specials, man. Think of the specials.
How ironic would it be that he can't donate to the Special Olympics because he's
blind.
Special Olympics?
He's not though.
If he needs a person, I'll go over there and help him do it.
Awesome.
But then you got to do both nipples.
No. Why would I? Why?
And the rectum and anus.
Why would I give a second nipple? I already am sitting here with stupid hair because of this dumb thing.
All right.
And at some point, I feel like we're losing the whole messaging here, which is...
Come on, door knockers, man.
The Special Olympics is what this is about. Not about me piercing my body.
Oh, it is definitely about you.
Well, it's become that way.
And about your relationship. It's crumbling.
We got to take a break.
We just got another donation. Vanessa's saying something.
Go ahead, Blind Charlie, yes.
Hey, guys.
Oh, man, that's so good.
You've really derailed the whole show today, Blind Charlie.
Yes, Blind Charlie.
Well, hey, I hope you guys get to 100K on your YouTube videos when he's getting his nipples pierced. I think it should be nipples, but, I don't know if that's going too far. But, yeah, I'm going to get with my dad today. And we're going to figure out how to get to that link and get that donation so that it does say 5K before tomorrow. Because I kind of had an inkling that you were going to be like, well, the tote doesn't say 5K, so...
Well, yeah, it doesn't.
It's such a good Klein impression.
We're not doing IOUs for the Special Olympics. I'm sorry. It's not. There's no IOUs, okay? So
it's not an IOU.
Yeah, and by the way,
I'll go to the bank and get the cash out.
I don't want.
I don't want 13 miles to the station.
Charlie, I don't want you to donate. It's too much money. You're making a bad...
Charlie, where do you live?
You're making a bad... Shut up, Jake. You're making a bad financial investment.
Jake.
That's easy.
All right.
We should get Blind Charlie in studio tomorrow to put the needle through your nipple.
I'm getting pierced by Blind Charlie. I'm not getting
Then we will get the views. I know it.
I'm not getting pierced by Blind Charlie.
Come on.
Lose an eyeball. I'm not doing that.
Spin around first, too.
All right, goodbye. This has gotten out of control now. And I don't want to deal with this. And Lisa on the phone and
He'll do
Dave
it with
on the phone.
C&I Dog if we do it for 2 nipples.
Yeah,
Come on.
okay. Blind Charlie, thank you for your generosity.
Yeah, that's very nice, Blind Charlie. We love you.
There's the one guy that can't even appreciate any of this because he's got no eyes. So he can't
this
even...
is all for a good cause. Isn't this happiness? We're bringing people together.
Yeah, I could totally go to Tahunga today to help him.
Klein jumping in a lake with pierced nipples is asking for an infection. They're right. This text line, thank you. That's a doctor.
Even funnier. Yeah, that's true. We can do it any day.
We can't do it any day. I'm sick next week. We got to take it. Okay, great. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back in a moment. We're going to spin the wheel, find out what I have to do. What I have to do in the lake. Great.
Now I do kind of feel bad.
Not me.
All right.
We'll be right back. We'll
Welcome to the show! Every hour from 9 to 6. Step up to the plate for a KROQ Grand Slam. Knock it out of the park and score a pair of tickets for Magic Mountain and Knott's Berry Farm. There's the pitch. Hit a home run and instantly get your name on the draft list for a chance to get a Grand Slam. A 4-pack of 2025 gold passes with an all-parks passport. A Major League victory, giving you unlimited visits all season long to all Six Flags parks. Keep listening to win.
Welcome back to Major League Baseball. Sort of.
KROQ. Not a winner? Score the most thrilling deals on tickets and passes when you visit sixflags.com or knots.com today.
Hey, anyone know how to play this thing?
And the question we have for you right now as we try to save society is, which couple out there is the biggest dick couple? And when we use the word dick, we're not meaning it in the way that Pee Wee Herman would use it. We're meaning it more in this couple, maybe
in that case, do be a dick.
Yeah, maybe you like them. Maybe they're a fine couple, you hang out with them, but there's something about that couple that just they fit into a couple that is, society could do better without. And there's some clear ones coming through already on the text line. We'll get to your calls as well. Our favorite nominee, we will invite you to join us this Friday with some lift tickets.
818 wanted to nominate right out the gate the couple that walks way too slowly together.
Oh.
Whether it's at a grocery store or on a sidewalk, they are so oblivious to the fact that they're blocking everyone from getting by, but they don't care because they're so in love.
Hey, Sophia, it is officially the most romantic time of the year, only 2 weeks and a few days away from Valentine's Day. It's all about them couples. Which couple would you like to nominate right out of the gate as biggest dick?
All right, here goes to Maria and Dan.
Well, you don't have to give specific. You have to give specific names.
You suck.
But what did Maria and Dan do that you think make them a terrible couple?
Okay, so I didn't mean to do that. Okay, when me and Maria, we make plans, and without any notice, she brings along her boyfriend.
Okay,
the invite without asking.
Well,
I don't like that either.
It's the couple that can't do anything separate. So even if it's clearly an event where it would not be a couple event, it's always the one couple that for whatever reason shows up together.
But they don't say anything in advance,
No.
like that the boyfriend's going to be there.
Right, and it was probably pretty clear. Like she was thinking, girls' night, we'll get drinks. And they're like, oh, there's Dan.
And let me
Thanks,
guess,
Maria.
Dan's boring.
Yes.
Okay, great. We got it. Yeah, that's
Like
an
if Dan
interesting-
was cool, then they wouldn't say anything about it.
Yeah, I know a couple like this. I think they finally broke up, but it became almost a joke that it didn't matter. We almost would set up the events to go, let's see how far we can push this to see if she still comes with him. So we'd be like, if we set up golf, she couldn't possibly show up. There's only 4 people in the group.
And
So
then
we'd
she'll
say
show
golf,
up?
and then she'd show up.
What?
And we're
Would she
"What?"
play?
No. She was like, I'll just hang out. We're like, what is going on here?
Don't you have a better thing?
Don't you have 2 cars or something?
Yeah, oh my God.
Mark, all right, open nominees. Don't be a dick couples as we're officially entering the most romantic time of the year. Our favorite one, we'll get some tickets to join us Friday, Ditch Day, Snow Song. What's up?
Yeah, the couple that shows up to the function, like already deep in conversation, and then when you get there, you can't even add to their conversations because they're just constantly going at it. You can't even add to anything that they're saying.
Interesting. So they're in their own stratosphere.
Like a fight?
Yes, exactly.
Well, fighting couple is a different sort of couple, I would argue, than what he's saying. He's saying a couple that is kind of oblivious to the fact that now
Other
there's
people have entered the conversation.
Others around now, and they're
Right.
still kind of in that A-B conversation. The fighting couple, which is an interesting one as well, obviously, are the couple that everything could set them off, and one of them's always mad at the other one.
Yeah, but one that I like even more, 626 put in on the text line, is the couple that seems very happy together, but then when they're alone, they will talk crap about the other person in the relationship to you.
Yeah.
You
that's a
know,
good
it's
one,
like,
too.
well, he always does this, he always does that. And then the girlfriend comes over and she's like, well, he blah, 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 blah. You know, they're always crapping on each other, but then when they're together, it seems like they're, quote, happy.
Right, publicly, they look very happy. Hey, Ryan on KROQ, don't be a dick. Talking couples now as we are in the most romantic time of the year. Which couple do you like the least?
Yeah, I like to nominate the couple that has to plan a double date and fights every single time a date is planned. Not even an hour goes by, and there has to be an argument for the most pettiest thing.
It's interesting,
For
'cause
example,
sometimes
you
that's
didn't wake me up for Disneyland.
Yeah, sometimes that's the glue that keeps that couple together is the fact that they're so heated. Because they always say not fighting at all is a big red flag. If you're not fighting at all, that means kind of you're both checked out. But
yeah,
if you're
but then
fighting,
there's always fighting.
if you're fighting constantly about every little thing, And it's always interesting, too, because I've sat next to, like, people at restaurants before where there's a couple that's been together for a while and then, like, a new couple. And the new couple's getting along because they still like each other. And then the couple that's been together for a while is like, look at your future.
Yeah. Oh, the steak. Well, you shouldn't get the steak. You're not going to eat it. You have a heart thing.
Right. George, KROQ, welcome. It's Don't Be a Dick Couples. Our favorite nominee will get tickets to join us Ditch Day. What do you got for us?
Hello, guys. How are you doing?
Great.
Doing fine.
So the couples that talk to themselves like babies, one to each other, and they also talk in third person.
Give me an example of the first, the baby talk, please.
So, so let's imagine John and Katie, and John is like, "Hello, how are you doing?" And the other one is like, "I'm good, baby, I'm good." And they talk to each other like that. They're like, "Oh, baby bear," and they're talking one to each other like that.
Keep going. I'm still unclear.
Give us a few more examples, if you could.
Like, "Oh, you were talking about the steak," and they're like, "Oh, you're a big boy. You would like to eat the steak today?" And they're talking like that, and you're like, "What is going on with these guys?"
Uh-huh.
Do you have an example of what that would sound like?
What do you say?
Do you have an example of what that would sound like?
So it's just like that. They go on and on and on like that, and you're on the other table hearing them, and it's kind of really uncomfortable to hear that.
Right. And if they were by themselves on the bed doing pillow talk, how would that sound?
Like in the phone?
Yeah.
Oh, it would be the same.
Yeah, give me an example.
All right. So they will be like, "Oh, you're working today? You're working? When are you gonna be home? I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. I want to see you today," and things like that. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
And
if one of them ordered a donut and the other one wanted to try the donut, what would that sound like?
oh my God. Can you please give me a piece of your donut? I really want a piece of your donut.
Right. I get it. Certainly makes sense. Right. All right.
I find that really annoying.
Yes.
Right.
I can see. It sounds like it. All
We
right.
can understand
All
now.
right.
I think we have a clear picture.
I get that one now.
But we'll
Yeah.
come back to you later.
Yeah. Think of a good example, George, so we can role play a situation. We'll get back to you in a second. Daniel on KROQ, good morning. Don't be a dick. What's up?
Morning. What's happening, guys?
Looking for nominees for the biggest dick couples. As a result, tickets up for grabs, and we're going to save society by eliminating one of these couples once and for all. What's up?
So I hate the couples that when you're at dinner and this couple, they're having such a good time that they have to make sure everybody around them knows it. They're joking around and trying to make everybody else kind of envious of their happy relationship when, sometimes I'm having a real conversation about, I forgot A.
For a second, the great mistake at the lake, also known as the polar plunge, happening on Saturday, and details and all that on our Instagram, Klein Alley Show. Thank you for all of your generous donations in my misery. I think people are more happy about donating to make me miserable than they are about helping a good cause.
No, it is good.
But you should feel good about that. Probably a tax write-off. All right, let's get into it now. It's Thrifty Thursday, so here she is, El Cheapo.
It's time to talk to the kingpin of cheap. Here she is, El Cheapo.
Klein, I realized something. For you, gambling is a thrill. It's the risk involved that you're putting money down. You don't know if you're going to get it back. You could make money off of it, or you could lose it and you'll never see it again. And the equivalent of that for me is buying something that is final sale, non-refundable.
Oh,
you can't go back. Anything
Rush.
could happen. Yeah, I mean, even buying something online that is, back market. There's a new section of the REI website. I had no idea about it, but it's the resupply section where somebody bought something, hated it, maybe it broke. They returned it to REI, and they can't even put it on the sale rack. They have to put it in a special section, and it's final sale. You can't even try anything on, and then it arrives, and maybe it works, maybe it doesn't.
Yeah, and I think that people know going into that that maybe 5 out of 6 times they will regret it because they realize, yes, this was super cheap, but it doesn't fit or it doesn't work right.
Like,
but every once in a while, they get that perfect thing and they go, I got like a brand new TV for 100 pennies on the dollar.
This is how my mom's living her life now on that Whatnot app. I mean, she has it going all the time. Everything is final sale, but it's like, hey, I got these Valentino shoes for $7. I don't know if they're going to fit. I don't know if the strap's broken, but I'm going to buy it and I'm going to find out. And I just booked my flights for a trip to Phoenix, and I did Frontier Airlines, and every other airline was going to be twice as much money. And so I bought 3 tickets round trip, and it was under $500, completely non-refundable. There's no going back. Even if the flight is canceled, I don't get my money back.
Right. You get sick, kid gets sick, you miss the flight.
Anything can happen.
Right. And what is it to... Because a lot of times when you do check out of places, especially for trip stuff, they'll say, hey, would you like to add a little insurance? Skip it.
$36 per person. That's what they wanted for trip insurance. F that, dude.
So you're
not
out.
doing that. No, because there is a way. There's always a way.
But on the flip side, for all of the people that are the insurance buyers, they probably would argue that of all the times they didn't use it, it was that one time that they needed it that it made it all worth it because they got their money back.
Yeah, but you have to think about some of the other backup things that you have at your disposal. I happen to have a credit card that has travel insurance, and you don't realize that, and it's a perk that you can get, so you never have to buy rental car insurance or any of that stuff. But the final sale, it's a beautiful feeling.
Let's talk to people on the phone that know all about the final sale, because there is a moment where you go, will this come back to bite me in the ass, or will this be a deal worth it?
Yeah, I want to know your non-refundable stories.
David, what happened to you?
Okay, so what happened with me is I was dating my girlfriend it was just a little over a year. And it was about a month after my birthday that I decided to go and get her like a promise ring because, just want to do a nice gesture. And we've talked about it for quite a while, but we both kept on saying that, we promised things to each other, but we never fully kept certain promises.
What the hell is a promise ring? Is that like a pre-engagement ring? Like,
are you in high school?
What is? Give me the idea. Like, what is the goal of a promise? Is not engagement. You're saying I promise if you wear this, eventually we'll get engaged.
Basically, yeah. It's basically just a substitute for an engagement ring.
Got it. Okay.
I thought a promise ring is something you gave when you both were like virgins and you promised you weren't going to have sex until you got married.
Well, I mean, that's really up to you.
That's the Nuva ring, Allie.
Oh, sorry. I'm getting my rings mixed up.
Yeah, okay. So what happened then, Dave? So you bought this thing, it was final sale?
Yeah, so...
That's the real promise
ring. After buying her the ring and giving it to her, I ended up finding out that she was cheating on me at the time. And it's been quite a while that she's been doing that. So... because of that, I ended up getting the ring back from her because of an argument that we had. And I was looking at the form that they gave me when I bought the ring, and at the very bottom in some faint text, it says all sales are final.
I know, and that's tough because it's not like you can give that to someone else. You don't know if they're going to be the same size. You don't know if they're going to have the same taste. It's also a tainted ring now.
I would argue that's the biggest problem, is that to buy secondhand promise rings screams issues, I would think. This promise ring maybe didn't work first time around, if it's back on the market.
But 23-year-old Allie would have totally bought a used promise ring from somebody else.
All right. Allie says the biggest rush she receives as being an El Cheapo, the kingpin of cheap, is the final sale. Monica, what happened to you?
Hi. So the first one is I ordered a uniform mattress topper for camping, and then when I came back, I didn't really use it because I was really sleeping in the tent. So I just messaged Amazon. I bought it off of Amazon. And I was trying to return it, but I guess the shipping fee for them, because they asked the question.
Yep, I learned that the hard way on a trampoline. I was like, I'll just return it if it doesn't work. But then, of course, they want to bang you out for shipping sometimes on the way back.
Yeah,
and then you're basically locked in for life. So you have that thing.
But it's funny because she did it the right way. She said, I'm going to buy this, and then I'm going to use it for a few days and then just return it because I don't really need it anymore.
Although she told us she didn't use it. But, Monica, we're not Amazon. You don't have to lie to us.
Well, I did use it, but it was just like a one-night thing,
Right.
and then I tried to return it, and the first question they ask is, was it still in the box? And I'm like, no, and they're like, okay, well, you can keep the money. We're not going to go pick it up.
Oh, that's a good story. Hey, once in a while, that's like hitting the Amazon lottery. Everyone knows that. So every once in a while, you go to return something, and they're like,
Don't
not
worry
even
about
not
it.
even worth our time or trouble. Just keep it, and we'll refund you.
Man, I love
That's a
going
real
to an
win.
outlet too because everything's final sale, and they even tell you that right before they swipe your card. They're like, "Just so you know, you can't go back on this," and you're like, "Oh, I know."
El Cheapo's question this week: final sale. Did it come back to bite you in the ass, or do you feel like you got one over on the man? Because that's really what it comes down to, right? You go, "This is such a good deal, and I don't even maybe need this right now, but how could I pass this up?"
Yeah.
It's been marked
I just
down.
bought something that was final sale about a week ago, and it was a big ticket item.
What was it?
Has it bit you in the ass yet? I hope it does.
It has not. We were shopping for bedroom furniture for my daughter, and she fell in love with this daybed. And we were at Living Spaces, and they only had that floor model.
Yeah, I love the floor model.
And it was discontinued. The store wasn't getting any more. This thing was expensive as F. It was like $800, maybe $900, and I was able to get it for $450.
Whoa, cool.
But then they say to you, final sale, and they say, just, it's been on the floor for a while. There's been people jumping on it, and this has probably been nicked a little bit here and there.
We inspected it thoroughly. There was nothing really wrong with it.
And by the way, I think stores love throwing the final sale thing because it's kind of like they get to wipe their hands of it too. They're like, look,
this is not my problem anymore.
This is not our thing. I mean, I've done that before. Occasionally, you can convince someone, like if they have a TV on display, and you go, like, do you have any more of these? No, this is last year's model. It's the only one we have. I go, I'd love to take it off your hands. And they go, well, it's been on nonstop for the last 2 years. So we don't know how much more you're going to get out of it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm fine with it.
That's great because you know what you're getting into. You know the risk you're running.
Nancy, we give you the final word in this edition of El Cheapo. Then we got to spin that wheel and figure out just how terrible my time in the lake will be on Saturday. What's up?
So I had bought a lot of alcohol for my daughter's Sweet 16. And I didn't know.
What?
Great. Love it. No questions.
No judgment here. You've come to the right parents for this story. Yes?
I did not know that you cannot return alcohol to stores.
Did you know you can't buy alcohol for 16-year-olds?
Hey, we're a traditional Mexican family, so of
Got
course
it.
there has to be alcohol.
Has to be,
Yeah,
sure.
there does. So you tried to
I
return it,
didn't
and
know. Yeah, I kept calling, and then people at the store didn't know. So then I'm on hold with customer service for about an hour, and then finally the lady goes, "Ma'am, you do know that you cannot return alcohol." And I'm like, "What? I have like 12 bottles of whiskey and 12 bottles of this and that." And she's like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to."
Sounds like you're going to have a great weekend
that sounds
ahead.
like a challenge.
Yeah, it sounds like right. She's just going to set you up for a very successful Friday night. All right, well, there you have it. Thank you for your contributions to El Cheapo this Thrifty Thursday. All right, it's KROQ. We are Klein Alley Show, and on Saturday I plunge. Two days till dip. Polar plunge.
The Big Bear jumping plunge.
If you'd
in
like
Raleigh.
to join us, love you to sign up or just come hang out. Big Bear Lake will be there Saturday. I believe it's around noonish, I think. Vanessa, am I wrong about that? I should have read the email. I did not.
Can you repeat that one more time?
When is that plunge happening on Saturday? Some people are asking us time, and I know you sent an email, but I did not read it.
I know what it is. Sign up begins at 10 a.m. So if you want to come, if you signed up, you can check in at 10 a.m. and the plunge is at 11:45. That's when the ceremony begins.
Oh, great! So we'll be hopping in the lake, and I'd love you to join us. You can sign up, you can donate, but it seems like at this point, stop the donations. They're coming in too much, and it's now at a point where I think I'm going to have to pierce my nipple, which I'm not excited about.
I love seeing it hit you in various ways throughout the show.
Because this is your own doing.
I know. You literally did this to yourself. You have no one to blame but yourself.
Well, I better get a special honor from the Special Olympics this year. They better give me an honorary medal or something.
I'll give you a medal.
Yeah, the medal will go through your nipple.
I want to hang a Special Olympic gold medal
rose gold,
through my
silver,
nipple.
platinum.
Clearly, I'm a bronze guy.
Oh.
All right, well, let's get to it because apparently me jumping in the lake is not enough.
Yeah, and we
Me
have...
bleaching my stupid hair yesterday, not enough.
You bleached your tips. I'm very proud of you for doing that. You didn't bitch out. Now let's decide what you're going to do when you get into the lake.
I don't know why this conversation's even happening because jumping into the cold lake in Big Bear with the frosted tips, wearing a stupid outfit that I've got to put together, which is underwear or a mankini or something, seems like enough. And for some reason, you guys still are not satisfied. And you go, now after all of that, when I go into the lake, there has to be another thing.
We have to make this as interesting as possible. We have to stand out.
Well, why don't you jump in the goddamn lake?
Because I didn't lose the bet.
That's not interesting.
It is interesting.
Whales are in water all the time.
Watch all the water splash out. Watch Allie drain the lake. I'd love to see that. That's interesting.
Like, me doing anything is not interesting. Jake's right.
Yeah, you know what? He makes a good point.
All right, so option number one, we have the wheel here.
So I got to go in the lake in the stupid costume with the bleached hair and potentially the nipple ring. And then after all that happens, I still have to perform like a seal or something?
Someone did make a good point. I don't know if you'll be able to jump into the cold lake with the nipple ring. We may have to do that after the fact. But yeah, theoretically, you would be having the bleached tips, potentially in your underwear, jumping into the lake, and then what? Well, option one would be staying in for 5 whole minutes before you go out.
Staying in the lake for 5 minutes?
Yeah,
that's not how this thing works.
I think some people run in and jump and come out, but you just going to stay in there. And then option 2 is taking your underwear off under the water and then holding them up over the water.
I think that's like a violation because I think it's a family event of some sort. So me going in there and getting naked.
But then you can put your underwear back on when you get out. Then option 3 would be doing some kind of a handstand or some kind of fun pool trick. Number 4 is yelling about a shark sighting.
That's like illegal. Also, that would make me look really stupid.
Number 5, you'll like this one. Nothing. Just go in, come out.
Come on, 5.
Number 6 is taking a shot when you get in there, which that would be fun. Take a shot of tequila or something. Number 7 is hugging a random stranger.
Oh, man.
Number 8 is saying any variation of my Wakinda Wakanda and yelling it at the top of your lungs. And then number 9 is my favorite, and that would be singing your rendition of Chapel Roan's Pink Pony Club.
Oh, great.
So once you get in there, you're just going to go, God, what have you done? It's a pink pony girl.
The reason these are all terrible ideas is because most of the people there have no idea this show even exists. They're not listening to this radio show.
I know, that's what's great.
So they're just going to see me running in there acting like a total fool.
Someone said, I'm pretty sure that Klein staying in the lake for 5 minutes would give him hypothermia.
No way.
Great. Take me out of my misery.
If you take your underwear off in the water, your genitals will be gone by then anyway.
All right, so there we go. We've solved that problem.
Klein at least has to dunk to his head. That's the bare minimum for polar plunges. So you would have to go in pretty far.
Now, can I ask you a question? The numbers you just read, do those numbers
correspond?
They do correspond or no?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they do. So whatever it lands on is what it's going to be.
Yeah, so you can, I know you're hoping for number 5.
5 is nothing.
5 is nothing.
Thank God.
Okay, so how lucky do you feel? Do you want to spin this, or is it okay if I do?
I don't want anyone to spin it. A lot of people rooting for number 4 on the text line. Oh, come on, 5.
Oh, my God. It did live
Come
up.
on. Yeah, baby. Oh, Klein gets a win. Finally. Give one for the good guys.
Yeah, baby.
Whoa, that is, whoa, man. That was so close to going into 4.
Yeah.
What was 4?
4 was yelling shark, shark.
Oh, goddamn. Thank God. God damn.
Man,
Oh,
what
5.
have you done?
Oh, yeah. You finally, I get a win. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. That's like the second
You
day.
did need this.
By the way, the other day, the wheel landed on me getting to pick my own costume, too. But you guys somehow took... I know, everyone's hypothermia.
Hypothermia.
We got to wrap up today's show. We're out of time. Let's do some takeaways and get the hell out of here. Keep in mind, you get your chance to get more tickets. Opening day Dodgers. Let's celebrate by giving you a couple of grand slams. Tickets to not 1 but 2 parks in Southern California. You'll have another chance in about 15 minutes. Get you into Magic Mountain and also Knott's Berry Farm. Oh, Jesus Christ.
What?
I thought I was really nervous about it being being in there for 5 minutes. I mean,
that would have been pretty bad.
I'll stay in there for long enough to pee, but then I'm getting out. For sure.
Just to get warm.
Just to get warm.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Takeaways from today's show. What do we got?
All right, 949. My takeaway is Ellie is going to miss out on that sweet kayaking money.
Yeah, they really are. Giving all that kayaking money to Oklahoma. What a mistake.
818. My takeaway is Pantyhose Greg is a cool mom. Let's see. 213. My takeaway is Jake can take his ripped fat pants to Milton Eddy's to get him.
Yeah. 24 hours a day they're open. Jake, why don't you take your fat pants over there and see if they can fix them for you?
And 909. My takeaway is Klein as a retort.
Thank you. That's a takeaway that if you haven't been listening to the whole show, you have no idea what we're talking about, but I recommend you listen to more of the show, download the podcast, check out parts you missed, or you can watch along with it on YouTube each and every day. All right, your takeaway, Jake the Nerd?
That you have dead possum head.
Thank you. That's the look I was going for. Allie, takeaway?
My takeaway is everyone needs a good javelin.
Everyone could use a javelin. Hey, all the money we've raised, Special Olympics, going to be a lot of javelins.
You get a javelin.
Omar, got a takeaway?
My takeaway is that only Jake could eat through fat pants.
Eat right through his fat pants. It's unbelievable. Well, tomorrow it's Lie Day Friday. Lie Detector guys back in here. We'll get some answers once and for all. Any questions you need answered, you want the honest, 100% honest truth on, you can let us know by sliding in the DMs, Klein Alley Show. We'll put up a post. Johnny, get a post up there. Find out what things people need answered so we can do that on the Lie Detector machine tomorrow. Also, Last Supper. Got to put together quite a feast for Jake the Nerd. His last meal before he gets the jab.
God, we're all going to be broke after this.
Yeah. Have a great rest of your day. If you need us in the meantime, you can find us on the GOAT line, 844-956-GOAT. Dial carefully, or else apparently you end up on a phone sex line. We learned that today.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll do it tomorrow and try to do it better. That's all we have for you. Bye.
Klein Alley Show. Klein Alley Show. 106.7 FM.